back
pale.
at it again.
What? This my skin? I don't know.
No, you do see a little bit of that farmer's tan because we are live now, everybody. Thank you for joining our shenanigans.
I'm wearing a pink shirt. Oh, well,
Good color for you. Very, very bright. Welcome everybody to today's session of The Keep. Thank you for joining us. We are glad to have you. We hope that this is a bright spot in your day, something to lift up your spirits because it is crazy. Life is crazy, guys, and I can't speak for everyone, but I am very grateful to be doing this with this group of shenanigans. Not that y'all are shenanigans, except you really kind of are.
This is called a shenanigans.
You are a shenanigan.
I am a shenanigan.
Have you been referred to as a shenanigan before?
I accept this
Shenanigan embodied, yes, 100%.
Yeah,
but you're not
personification of shenanigans.
It is on brand.
You are shenanigans.
Very on brand.
There we go. We are shenanigan. That's our new.
Yes, that's
shenanigan.
That on a t-shirt. Next t-shirt. We are shenanigans.
No, we are
shenanigans.
Shenanigan. Yeah.
When's that first t-shirt coming
out? Working on it.
The first one is Wes's. Wes has the first one, technically.
Technically he does. It's one of a kind, utterly unique.
Thank you.
One of these days. Okay, so whenever we get a Patreon or have something, we will record the story and recreate the event so that everybody understands the background for the t-shirt.
Why don't
the
sell
keep
your
origins.
soul I have rubies is a thing.
Why I only rarely award them rubies anymore. It's a thing.
Delicious,
all right.
delicious.
Oh boy.
So, announcements for today. First off, we have started the process to partner with Take This, which is a nonprofit organization that is all about decreasing the stigma and increasing support for mental health in the gaming industry and gaming community. They are doing some awesome work, and you should definitely check them out. Donate if you have the money, but we know that it's 2020 and things are tight for a lot of people. So share the word. Check them out on social media, share the links. Every little bit helps. Anything that y'all can do is seriously helpful. Speaking of social media, if you haven't followed us on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, you definitely should.
If you're watching it, click the follow button.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Hit the follow button, please.
Please do. We would very much appreciate it.
Only if you want to, because, we don't want to peer pressure you at all. We don't want to peer pressure you. You don't have to do it unless you want to, right?
Yeah, no, I'm going to say just go ahead and follow us, because that's definitely a thing.
Please.
Reverse psychology.
That's all a little good cop background there.
Inverted, reversed, backwards psychology.
Definitely backwards.
Yeah.
Sure. Also, we are partnering with another Texas nerdy game, who awesome group of people, some very fun streams. They have 3 streams currently going. They have an Eberron stream, D&D that they're playing, and they are going through the Curse of Strahd module also, which are very, very cool streams. But I'm kind of partial to their Firefly game, based out of the Cortex system they're playing with. And
I can't imagine why.
I mean, just because I happen to be a cast member in that game, no big reason. But that one streams on their Twitch channel on Friday night, so if you get a moment, check it out, because it's kind of awesome, if I do say so myself.
It's intense. Seriously intense. I haven't even watched the latest episode because I was gone last night, but oh my gosh.
Wow, guys, I have no words. No words, none at all, because it's delightful, but yes, very intense.
Like camping.
Yes, I already said that one.
I will always
but,
say that forever.
He will. I promise he will. Also, Garrett, I'm going to toss the ball over to you because you're doing a thing now too.
What's poppin', gamers? So I got my YouTube channel, Night Shift Night, and I have currently a video on there.
Woo!
It's my just like welcome to the channel and that kind of thing. And I'm currently
welcome to the channel.
I know, it's great. And then I got a long-term project I'm going to start recording and putting on that. So if you want to watch this crackhead, then go over there to YouTube and watch me over there. Hey, pretty much PG, nothing insane, but whatever. Who knows? I might do something stupid. I don't know. But hey, yeah, YouTube. So Night Shift Night, and y'all have the link. You're gonna put it somewhere here.
Yep. In the description.
So,
The
It'll be on the bottom of the thingy.
Cool. And I have in my videos and stuff, I've got links to come back here. So watch both.
It's a circle.
It's an endless Ouroboros of crazy
Time is
insanity.
a flat circle.
Hey, like Discworld.
That's why clocks are round. Sorry.
Does anybody else have any other announcements? Anything to share before we go ahead and jump into this?
I don't think so.
Don't die, Quaesitor.
Or do. It's up to you.
I mean,
We don't pressure
love
people.
all
You
your
might have
art.
to worry more about me aligning with the beholder.
That's
I don't know.
enough.
Yo, unite wrong.
That's fair.
Stay strong, buddy. We're coming for you.
But he doesn't know that.
He believes it in his heart, and he
The heart of the cards.
follows his heart.
Heart of cards.
And he does have the cards, so yeah.
It's time to do.
On that note,
Good year,
let's
good
go
year.
ahead and we'll jump into this. So last we left our heroes, Quaesitor, deep underground, had managed the performance of a lifetime and persuaded the Underlord to spare his life. He charmed our bard and sent Quaesitor to work with other master level workers in his domain. The rest of the party above ground hurries to the entrance of the Underlord's lair, with a brief detour to follow some tracks that our elven ranger Halberd has associated with Rye, our tiefling wizard, who's associated with the library, another much more ancient sanctum that she is allied with. In the meantime, Quaesitor has awakened from his creative fugue state. He began to discourse with the denizens of the realm, and they informed him of their appreciation for the Underlord, and told him about the pattern of life here underground, along with a little bit of a warning about the garden, an apparently very statuesque location. The rest of the party arrived at the lair. Val encountered a powerful psychic force. Silyax and triggered a trap that had been discovered by Halberd and Doran, some very thin transmuted material that had been cleverly disguising a cavern set below the tunnel level. Silyax triggered it, found himself and the rest of the party facing half a dozen spiders, giant spiders. Large,
Bro, you ran out on
large
anyway.
spiders, yes. Silyax, no, you 100% just walked out onto it, crashed through it, landed on your back, and found the spiders. Okay. How would you say it, Silyax?
No, it's just your tone. You're like, Solyax triggered it. Like, yeah, I mean, you could say, like, I don't know, like, and then Solyax happened to trigger it, or then, like, and then Solyax sprung the trap.
Happened to. I walk out
Solyax
on it.
fell to the floor. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you know.
Literally.
You straight up, we were looking at it, and you were like, yeet, I go through.
And
Bro,
I walk out on it.
But all of the, stand in your truth, my dude.
No.
Silyax has always been more on the impulsive side, shall we say? A little bit, perhaps, reckless, even?
We love you. We love you, Silyax. We razz you because we love you.
Because you need me.
Because you earn it.
I do. We need healing when we're dumb.
Which is funny, because he's not even the party's full cleric.
Yeah,
But anyway,
need
you
every
managed
point of healing.
you managed to triumph over the spiders. You won, saved the day, and are fixing to take a short rest here at the top of the tunnel, or here at the top of the mouth of the trap. Most of y'all had rested down inside the previously spider inhabited cavern. Nightbane has remained at the top of this hole, I guess. That's not quite the word I was looking for, but you get it. we'll jump to Quaesitor here in just a little bit, because another hour has passed as y'all have taken this short rest. You've used hit die. Has everybody done their hit die, marked off everything they get back from the short rest?
Yep.
Okay, so another hour has passed. It is
abilities.
getting into the afternoon at this point of this day, where things have not quite gone exactly according to plan. What are y'all doing?
Never do.
All right, so we need to get up out of here and then get moving again.
Dorn, which side are you on? Did you try to go to the other side, or are you with me?
I think what I said that I was doing was that I was climbing back out and posting up on the opposite side for us to advance, but I don't remember. So
Okay, how are you getting to the opposite side?
yeah, I don't remember. That's why I say I don't remember.
It's a 10-foot wide gap, almost, in fact, perfectly circular.
That sucks.
It looks like this trap was carved out with a very similar tool. However, they carved this tunnel itself, the trap itself where the spiders were living, had been excavated in that same manner. So 10 feet across, although the mouth of it has been widened a little bit to create this sort of cone-like effect to channel everything down into the trap. So Nightbane is holding the rope on the entrance side, and it's about 10 feet across to the other side
Can you have Nightbane
go
jump
further down the tunnel.
I'm going to jump across first, just to check.
I definitely was up top, so
Okay.
I guess I was over with Hal and Nightbane.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to be, I know I wanted to be where I could be protecting people, so.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and jump across and make sure it's safe, then I'll have Nightbane jump across with the rope as well, and we can just hoist up that way.
Okay. Real quick, what is your strength score?
10.
Okay. Make me an athletics check.
You can do it, I believe in you.
No, I can't. That's a 4.
I guess I didn't believe hard enough.
Okay. So here's how this goes. Halberd is preparing to jump across. He takes a running start, backs up a little ways across the tunnel, runs, leaps. He covers these 10 feet, and you can see he is so close to the edge. Halberd, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw. We'll see if you are quick enough to catch on to the edge of the lip there before you plummet actually all the way back down into the cavern below.
22.
22. You do manage to catch hold of it. You are grabbing with your fingertips. Go ahead and make me an athletics check to climb on up.
You can do it.
9.
9.
Athletics? Yeah. 9.
Athletics. This is, you are holding on. You try, you get an elbow up. You're trying to pull yourself up, but you are unable to get yourself all the way up. You feel yourself slipping, heading back down. What's everybody else doing at this point? They've watched him leap across.
Is there, I can't reach in any way, right?
He's 10 feet away on the other side. You can jump over and try to help him up if you can clear the gap there.
Lauren?
Yes.
He's underneath, right? And it's only like a 20-foot fall?
Right.
I will princess catch him.
I'm not falling yet.
He's not falling yet, but you are beneath him.
I am
You've
ready.
got your arms lifted. You are prepared, spotting him, ready to catch him if he should fall.
I can catch you, skinny elf boy.
Which is actually not that bad a fall. 12 to 15 foot fall. Yeah, no. You are easily prepared to catch him.
I'm going to whistle to Nightbane and have Nightbane jump across.
Okay. What is Nightbane's strength score?
All of it.
18.
18. Okay, yeah, no. This feline creature is used to these sorts of environments. He also scoots back a little bit, prepares his haunches, takes a running leap through the air, and gracefully, right over your head, lands, does a little pivot, turns, and he's standing up on the ledge, and he's looking down at you, and he's just got this look on his feline face going like, what the heck are you doing? Why are you down there?
Long live the king.
All right, Nightbane, rescue me.
Goes ahead. He sort of tries to do. You see his claws come out, and he prepares. He anchors himself, digs his claws, or tries to dig his claws into the stonework, and the pseudopods come around and wrap around your waist and start lifting you up and out.
Made it. First try.
I'm still. His strength is only 18, though.
Nightbane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that surprising, cause
Really?
reasons.
Okay.
I mean, mine's 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought he was like more stronger.
Well,
I don't know. That shocks me every time I hear it.
he doesn't level up like we do.
Sure. But
So you had him as a kitten, and then he literally had magical ghosts scare years off his life, so he aged very rapidly from kitten into adult form.
which is actually pretty funny.
Best story yet.
Yep.
I will take the rope of climbing. I'll pull it out and say, boogie, and it will tie itself into the knots. And then I'll throw that up and say, Halberd, here, grab this.
Halberd, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
I'm also going to go ahead and try and jump the gap.
Okay.
So,
Your strength score is 20?
yeah.
Yeah,
How you roll?
you take a little bit of a running start,
Okay.
but you've cleared distances like this easily. So you scoot yourself back a little bit and then start running and running and running and launch yourself across. No problem.
Lauren, I can also command the rope to just move 10 feet up.
Yep.
So
You could. Definitely could.
just
19.
holding it there for him to.
19?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, you catch it fairly easily.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to lash it around Nightbane just because I don't feel like I'm super duper strong enough to hold that.
and Doran's over there with you too.
I mean,
Doran
if I'm
is
already
also
over
over there,
there, then
too.
I'll help. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start helping.
I guess
We'll go ahead and we'll say that with Nightbane and Doran anchoring the rope and Halberd there to assist everybody on their way up, Sulyx and Val do manage to make their way up the rope through the mouth of this trap and to the other side.
And we get advantage on ours.
Just for the sake of him not falling, we probably tie it around Val too, so he won't slip in the gun.
Well, you get advantage on your climb due to the rope, so.
Yeah, but I just think it'd be funny to just him like limply being hoisted out of the thing.
I mean, you're not wrong. So Sulyx, would you have assisted with tying the rope around Val before you came up so y'all could haul him up?
Like
Yes.
sugar or something.
Yeah, we won't just full on just bring him to us.
Yeah.
He bumps slightly into the stonework as y'all are hauling him up, but
My bad. That was
to
totally
get
not
himself all
intentional.
the way up. That's what he gets for stepping away from the screen. So everybody's up on the other side of this trap. You are now something like 60, 70 feet into the Beholder's Lair.
My map is very inaccurate.
Yeah, we're now 62 feet into the Beholder's Lair.
All right.
I got point.
Yep, let's keep going.
And let me take point, mate.
Sure.
All right?
Yep.
Sounds good.
We were just staring at it for so long. Just looking at some rocks. They just
What's
look
your-
like rocks.
You're not very perceptive, mate, are you? All right. You hit things really hard. Let me go ahead and walk first.
I understand people.
Yes, you do.
It's just, there's rocks. I don't know if we rock or not. Oh no, the rocks! Ooh!
And we see how that went.
Oh, fine. I feel great.
After an hour's rest, we both feel great. I'm going to go ahead and take point, and I'm going to try to walk quietly again and just keep on moving forward.
Okay. About 20, 30 feet down, you see where the tunnel actually opens up into this very circular room. And you look around, and it is, in fact, remarkably circular. You're pretty sure this is a perfect dome, whatever has happened here. You see there is a circle of arcane markings on the floor, and on the wall ahead of you, there are three sigils, 3 runes that are lit up and glowing.
Point this
Go
out.
ahead. The papers that I've given you, all the maps and stuff, the one that's marked with a 4.
Oh boy.
We need our smart boy here.
You got the smart character.
Yes.
While y'all are pulling that out, Quaesitor, it's been an hour. You've had your lunch break. You had a very nice discussion with this half-orc lady, Marcel, as she eventually got around to introducing herself to you. The hour, like their lunch break has passed. You have had someone come in right towards as you were finishing your food and give you this heads up that there were intruders in the tunnels. What are y'all doing? Or what are you doing in particular? Because Marcel is like, okay, yeah, message received, sure, but it's time to go back to work. So we'll just be on the lookout. We'll be careful.
Muted.
You're muted, Quaesitor.
Marcel, is this common to have intruders in the cave?
Not common exactly. Normally, those who would visit the Underlord do request an audience rather than just appearing. It happens every so often. They'll come the long way in. They're likely to visit us at some point, make their way here, but they're usually in and out fairly quickly. Sometimes they'll rest overnight and then continue on making their way to attempt to find the Underlord himself.
I see. So at the point we are at, they would arrive here before they find the Underlord.
Very likely, yes. It's not for sure. I mean, traveling the ways is always a little interesting. But it's likely that they'll come here before they make their way to the Underlord himself. If, in fact, they do get that far.
Of course. How would one go about requesting an audience with him? Well,
he leaves his symbol in all of the entrances, and he's aware of what's happening there. If they speak with him, he usually sends a representative of some sort. If they prove themselves hostile, well then, he usually lets his domain take care of them, and he'll keep an eye on things. Sometimes he'll send some of us to assist as needed or take care of whatever happens. But it's usually fairly uneventful. And if they prove that they are in fact powerful enough and interesting enough to warrant an audience with him showing up unannounced like that, he may very well reward their courage.
They're going to get rewarded instead. Fantastic. I suppose then for now we go back to work?
Certainly. That's typically the plan. If they show up here really anytime this afternoon, we'll probably feed them, maybe let them stay the night if they're really polite, and then see them on their way in the morning.
Very interesting. Would you mind showing me what you're working on?
Absolutely. Here, come this way. And she goes and she pulls out this tooth. And I say it's a tooth, but it's about 18 inches long and wickedly hooked, like a massive predator's incisor, where they can, it's made for piercing. And she has taken the arc, that hook shaped, and started to mimic that with a design of curlicues and whirls, and you can see there's a flow to it that is very reminiscent of ocean waves almost. And you can see where she has just started adding some of the detail to mimic a very large creature's shape, carved in exquisite fine detail onto this tooth.
No, I'm not there, but is this like a giant monster shark tooth?
Very similar, yes.
Ooh. Anyway.
This is amazing work, Marcel. I am curious. The patterns here seem to almost take inspiration from a coastal region. Have you ever ventured away from these caves?
No. And yes, the last few months, things here have gotten a little interesting. Now, the Underlord himself has this ability, and it's amazing. It reshapes reality almost. So places you go, the path you take one day may not be the same the next, and that has always held true. But recently, it's almost like you can go to different places. One of the caves, there's this, well, it's sort of a whirlpool. But if you're careful and if you're brave, you can go through it. And on the other side, if you're a strong enough swimmer, you can make your way up and out, and that is this beautiful, endless world of water. It's dangerous. We only go with teams, and we're very careful to have everything well anchored, because trying to go by yourself or with a small group can be, well, dangerous. It's like nothing I'd ever seen before, though, and the creatures and the colors. It's where I got this tooth, actually. One of my cousins, he went through one of the first groups. I was helping to sort of pave the way and make it a little safer for the rest of us. It's this massive creature. We don't know what to call it, but it had these teeth. And this is not even the largest. She's holding it up, and it's not even the largest. But he brought it back for me as a gift, to thank the Underlord for opening these new ways for us. I mean, it's whole new worlds out there that he's opened for us. I knew as soon as I said it that was where y'all were gonna go.
You had to.
Disney, do not sue.
It was under 5 seconds. We're good.
You think?
So,
right?
with the concentrated research that I have been doing over the past 6 months or so on planes and connections, would I have a pretty good sense that this sounds like the elemental plane of water?
Make a nature or arcana check. You pick.
This is your fault now. Remember that. This is your
think-
fault.
Apparently.
Why is this his fault?
Yeah.
They couldn't hold on to the plot.
I am in the wrong character. That's not going to do me any good.
And
I
you'll
think-
want Quaesitor.
Yep. My pad seems to be frozen also.
Oh no.
That's fun. Okay. It's either... Oh, you know what? I can pull it up here. I know Arcana is +3, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the better one, so we'll just go ahead and say we're rolling this dice. Here we go. It's a natural 10, so I'm pretty sure that's a 13.
Okay. Yeah. It sounds in some ways very similar to the research you've done, and you haven't looked into the elemental planes very much. You're aware that they're there. You've gotten the basic premise, but something she said about this unending ocean, it does ring a bell.
Okay. Side note, with this whirlpool of teleportation thing, does anybody seen like the 80s movie Warriors of Virtue?
Yes.
And, like on par with like Crystal.
Yes.
Dark Crystal. Yes. Man, I was thinking about that time. Had to bring that up. Okay, fantastic. Cool.
Showing my age now, but yeah.
So good. Love it. It's good. Anyway, interesting. So is this the only such cavern that seems to take you to another place, or are there others that seem to be linked to other planes or areas?
I mean, certain places have always been a little bit strange, but I will say some of them have gotten stranger recently. It's been very useful. The forge, it stays lit now. There's some sort of fissure in the rock of the cavern they were working, and we don't have to worry about the fires going out anymore. It's endlessly hot. The smiths are able to work round the clock if they desire. The projects that they were working on have become infinitely easier with maintaining the steady temperature at the forge. It's been remarkable.
Interesting.
Very.
So, how long typically does someone work before they would attempt to bring their master work to the Underlord?
Oh, years. It's an arduous training process. We only send the very best of what we make. Anything less is not a worthy gift. It's an
Certainly.
entire process of training and apprenticing under the masters to learn your craft, to fine tune it, and then if you want to make a gift and present it to the Underlord, it goes through a rigorous judgment process where the elders assess its value and its uniqueness, its worth, and if it passes the elders, then you're permitted to go and present it to him.
So, it sounds like it would be unheard of for someone to work on this so early. How long is the judgment process itself?
Oh, once you've created a work, it's usually fairly quick. A day, two, perhaps.
And it seems as though you said, besides the garden, that presenting this masterwork is the only way to leave. So someone could not venture to gain more knowledge or expertise elsewhere to try and craft this masterpiece to bring back to the Underlord?
Who would want to leave? There are those like you who come in from the outside world, who join us and choose to stay. They become part of our family here, part of our culture, and the gifts and the stories and the histories they bring, well, they tell us what the world out there is really like, and it does not look kindly on our people. There are those who say there are other ways out. I've never been. I don't want to go. I don't understand really why others would. Everything we have is provided for us here.
There are those of us who have responsibilities and family and things that we love outside of these caves.
The Underlord can bring them here. If having that is the price of your service to him, he's done that before.
Done. Lauren's just getting those low blows in while she can.
We're gonna bust and kill everybody.
I have been searching for someone for a long time. Someone that, to my own fault, I had really given up on in all but word, I suppose. I wanted to believe she was still alive, but I didn't have a lot of hope that it was true. And I found out recently that she is. But she is being kept by someone, locked away by arcane means. And I don't know how much you know about the fact that there are other planes of existence, but not only other planes, but there are other worlds. And I myself am not from this world. And my sister, who I seek, is not from this world. So I don't even know where to start looking, except to break this binding spell that holds her. And the beginning of that is on yet another world.
Well,
I don't know what your Underlord, what his powers are, his capabilities.
I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard. Nothing magical can withstand the Underlord's gaze. If it's truly an arcane binding that is on your sister, he can undo it. I promise, I know it sounds strange, but he is that powerful.
But if it is his gaze that affects, would he not have to find her first?
Yes, she would need to be brought before him, but...
Well, if she was brought before him, I don't think she would be bound. I believe the binding is holding her in the dimension where she's captive, if I understand it correctly.
So you need the information. If
Yes.
the stories are true, I mean, our elders have thought...
There's a lot of stories.
These stories are what sustain us. They teach us of the world. They are our heritage. The elders have thought for some months that these other planes you speak of are what have been crossing over, bleeding over into the Underlord's realm here. If she is in another plane, or perhaps even another world, it sounds like something the Underlord could do if he knew about it.
Lot thick.
What are you doing to me, Lauren?
Thick with 2 C's.
That's not inappropriate, right?
No, not at all.
And you are telling me that not in reward for my master work, but as the contingency of keeping me here as his wordsmith, that he would be willing to grant this.
I cannot speak for him, but you could certainly ask.
You have seen similar done for others.
Not specifically like this, but I've seen him accomplish great things. And he is...
Great.
He is jealous. He likes your work or you would not be here. You caught his attention. And unless I miss my guess, he wants to keep you. There is much he can do, much he will do, to keep what keeps his interest. We're going to go ahead and pause here and jump over to the rest of the guys.
Lauren, is this it?
This is getting...
Yes.
Okay, so what are these?
So what are these?
So the 4 symbols that you see glowing, these sigils, these arcane symbols glowing on the walls, you see 4 of them in this dome.
Okay.
Here you see Ard, which is the first one.
Okay.
Although you only see the symbol, you don't know the name. Doran and Siliex and Val, are you proficient in religion?
I am, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
No, but I do have a +4 in that modifier.
Mm-hmm. Well, Doran, you would have had some experience with these in your family's crafting, in the runes and the symbols. Siliex and Val. Siliex, are you proficient in religion also?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think Halbert is. Or Arcana?
You're funny.
Didn't think so. Pretty sure not. Y'all can go ahead and roll Arcana or religion.
Natural 20.
They're the same for me.
Natural 20 for 25.
Very nice.
No.
Oreo.
Oh, okay, cool. I got a 23.
Also for 25.
I got a 23.
Oh, fabulous. So all 3 of you, and these are all fairly common symbols. They're frequently used in communicating about magics and spells and describing their effects. these are common sort of building blocks in arcane language, we'll call it. So the 4 that you see before you are Ard, Bel, Zoe, and Thu.
Is there
It's okay. Celiax will hold them up to the camera so y'all can see them.
Well, I need to switch cameras now, don't I? Okay, so the 4 triangles is clearly something else.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do.
Lauren knows all. She is the overlord. So we have the
I
underlord.
didn't get that last one. Some kind of crazy T-looking thing.
Easter eggs for fans of other RPG games? No idea what you're talking about.
Got that one.
Did you get Ard?
I'm getting it now. It looks like wow, that's a shape, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Lauren was thinking of that one.
It's obviously part of a clock, can't you tell?
Totes my goats.
Did you get them all?
I only got them 2.
Oh, okay.
I have to switch cameras. Oh, cool. I like that one. It's all circly looking. And then it does a whoopie whoop and a whoopie whoop. And what is it? I can't read what it says.
That's Zoe.
Hugs and kisses. Hey, same joke. And what's the last one?
Thu.
Huh. Okay. And then it does a little whoopie whoop. And them schmegaggies.
Full throttle.
Okay. Man, I probably shouldn't have wrote that on my map. I'm not going to have room.
It's okay. You can always write it somewhere else. You'll see that Ard is glowing a blue color, and the other 3 are glowing green. And you can see, those of y'all with passive perception 20 or above, which I think is just Halberd, maybe Val. 19 for Val? Okay.
I got a 10.
So Halberd, you can see that the path towards Thu is slightly worn, that it is ever so slightly more trod than towards the other symbols.
And these are just like on the ground and...
These are on the wall of the dome. They're sort of spaced about 2 or 3 feet apart at 3.5 feet from the ground.
Any other exits from the dome?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
There's
good.
the tunnel you came in. There is a circle, just a plain circle on the ground, and there are these 4 symbols.
So we probably have to turn the elevator on. If this were a video game.
Well,
or maybe teleport.
Sorry, Lauren, which one did you say was glowing differently than the others?
Ard.
Ard.
But Thu has the highest.
But where's Vark?
Yeah. Ard is going blue. You said Thu has got the
It's
one
shame
with...
to
Thank you. I'm glad someone got that.
Ard is green.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Ard is blue.
Ard is blue. The other 3 are green. Thu is slightly more worn than the others. But Halbert's the only one who sees that.
I'll pass that on.
Okay.
Green means go.
Blue means go.
We have 3 greens
3 greens.
and 1.
So we go 3 times.
Lauren, looking at the symbols, do I recognize any of them from Val's time with dealing with Tyrek, Lyran, Luca, all them, that I would understand why they're arranged, why they are?
Yeah. Like from left to right around the dome, what's the order of them? I assume we can see that.
I mean, it goes Ard, Bel, Zoe, Thu.
Ard, Bel, Zoo.
And would Val think there's any significance to that?
Make an intelligence check.
Nice. Straight intelligence?
Yep.
22.
22. Nothing significant immediately comes to mind. It'd be like having A, B, C, D, or
ABXT.
ABXT. Sure, yeah. It's these symbols don't have inherent meaning necessarily in and of themselves. They are markers, placeholders for arcane writings. It's only in connection to other things that they have meaning.
All right. Can I go inspect the blue glowy one?
Sure.
Or and just see if I notice, since that one's glowing, is there anything that makes me think that this one's going to open up a passage? Can I poke it?
Sure, you can poke it. As you poke it, nothing in particular happens.
Okay.
What about not particular?
I'll go down the line to the well-worn one. Was that Thu?
Yeah.
Thu, and poke that one too.
All right, you poke it. When you touch that one, you make contact, and the circle, like on the ground behind you, lights up green.
Oh, that's fun.
It glows the same green as the colors on the walls.
Circle in the middle of the room.
It lasts briefly, a couple of seconds, a handful of seconds, and then the green glow dissipates.
Does this look about the size of a teleportation circle?
I mean, there's nothing, no arcane sigils, none of the ritual spellcasting components that you have seen when Quaesitor uses that teleportation circle, or Rissa. It is simply a circle carved on the ground.
You said that I would have recognized these from smithing. Would I know what these? Do I know anything particular about them? Is there anything I'd know?
Did you try to
make an Arcana check?
Roll. Wow, that went off my table. Another dice. 17, 21.
21.
Get that dice.
You know that these symbols are, they're very similarly like letters of an alphabet. That
right.
Singularly, they don't have much meaning by themselves. They're sort of placeholders. That the meaning is when they're connected and strung together with others. And you're trying to think of anything that may have concluded these four altogether in particular, and nothing comes immediately to mind. But you're not an arcane caster of the same level as, say, your bard.
Right. Can I say my assumption though right now in this moment that we live?
Sure.
I feel like we pushed them like buttons and like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. We got
the same thing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go post up on one of the buttons. I'm assuming it's a button, and I'm gonna go stand by Bell.
Okay.
And just look at it.
Yeah. I'll go to Arts. It's already at Thu.
Yeah. All right. Shall we
play a game?
Play a game.
Okay, so Art is already green.
I understand that reference.
Yeah.
Art is already blue.
Blue.
So
maybe that's the one we start with.
Pressing that one didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
Shall we try one at a time pressing these others?
Lauren, when he pressed through, did it change the color of or did it stay green?
It stayed green.
And that's the
circle on the ground lit up that same green color. It lasted for about 6 seconds and then dissipated. The color of the glyph on the wall never changed or flickered.
And you touched every single symbol on the wall, right?
No,
not yet.
No, not yet. I've
still
only
have
touched
Bell and Zoo.
Bell and Zoo. They're through. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, how about we go ahead and touch this one and just try it out?
Well, we still need to touch Bell and Zoo.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go.
Then I will touch the bell.
All right, you touch Bell.
Touch.
The circle glows a bright green. It lasts for about 6 seconds, and then it fades.
I'm going to follow it up with Zoe.
The same thing happens. The
And
circle
it-
lights up, glows for about 6 seconds, and then it fades.
Maybe we have to hit all three.
try this. As soon as he pressed his, and it started to glow, I try pressing mine.
There's a blue flash, and it shuts off.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Well, touch yours and I'll touch mine.
Okay, I touch mine.
And I'll touch mine.
Ard might be a reset.
The
button.
circle glows a bright green. It lasts for about 6 seconds, and then it shuts off.
So Ard, nothing happens at Ard.
Nope, nothing happens at Ard.
Maybe that's the like confirm button.
Well,
Right.
let's just go through the loop.
All right. Shall we try all three at once? See what happens.
Sure.
Sure.
3,
1, 2,
2.
3, go.
Okay,
Blast off.
which three are being pressed?
The 3 greens.
The green ones.
Okay.
We all explode and die.
If we just launched a
The
nuke,
three of y'all who are pressing the buttons, roll me dexterity checks. Not
check.
saving throws, just checks.
Okay.
Check.
Well, I rolled a natural 20, so
Dude.
Heyo.
I'm doing pretty good today.
19.
19.
That makes it a 21, by the way.
Mhm.
If that matters.
Go ahead. Devin.
Celiax?
Both of y'all. I'm not pressing one.
Okay, right, because you're at Ard. Halberd,
19.
19.
19. Both of you got 19, and then he got, okay. The
Yeah,
circle
it was
glows
good.
bright green, lasts for about 6 seconds, and then fades.
See, it's nice having multiple devices now. I can be really annoying with soundboards.
Oh god.
And I
Oh,
swear
wow.
I won't abuse it too much.
Oh, that was
You
great.
can always add dice to the next big bad pool of hit points.
Zoe is right across from Ard, right?
Are they across or are they feet from each other?
They're feet from each other. They're not across around the room. It's just a few feet across, away from each other.
No, yeah, it's
Yeah. Let's try a 1, 2, 3. Just down the row.
well, Ard doesn't do anything.
Right. So starting from Ard, since it's already blue, let's go around the corner.
Okay, so it'd be Bell, Zoe,
Well,
Two.
Ard, Bell, Zoe.
Ard doesn't
That's
do
the
anything.
order of
I'd still hit it.
Nothing doing anything.
I would hit it.
like a left to right. It's Ard, Bell, Zoe, and
So
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'll walk down the line and I'll hit Ard, Bell, Zoe, through.
Do.
The circle lights up green. It glows for about 6 seconds, and then it fades.
Yeah, just need to touch through and go through.
Last time you said we need to just do something, we got attacked by spiders and almost died.
Yeah, spiders are bad.
Solix, do you want to go stand on the circle and see what happens?
Sure, I'll go stand on the circle.
As
You
soon as
stand
he's
on the circle.
I hit through.
You're
The
like,
circle glows for about 6 seconds. Celiax's form disappears.
cool.
The glow fades. Celiax is gone.
Awesome.
Crap.
This tracks.
Wait, real quick. As soon as he disappears, I'm gonna go hit Ard.
The glow stops. Celiax is still gone.
Fudge.
Sending messages. Yo, where you at, dog?
Follow.
Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of follow the leader or follow the stupid dragonborn.
You said it. I'm the leader.
Who wants to go next?
I love how you said
YOLO!
stupid dragonborn when you said Tim.
Boom.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
All right, sending Doran.
All right.
All right.
Yellow.
The circle glows
I did
green.
yell that, didn't I?
Doran walks into it. His form disappears. The glow lasts for about 6 seconds in total and then diminishes.
Hubbard?
You can send multiple
After
people.
you.
Hopefully I'm not dead.
You can get to it within 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
We've been
I'm just making sure
transported.
he's actually gonna go.
I'm gonna go.
Or follow.
All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Still
Cannonball!
not dead.
Whee!
If I'm in combat, it's been at least 3 rounds before you got to it.
Right?
All right, everybody's through.
Everybody.
Mhm.
Is Nightbane coming too?
Yeah.
All right, is he back in the charm or is he still out?
I am riding Nightbane.
Funny
Okay,
Majestic.
Celiax,
We're
Yeah.
dying. We're dying awesome.
you emerge from the green glow. There's another circle beneath your feet. You sort of look over your shoulder. There are a number of other symbols, other strange symbols that you haven't seen yet on the wall behind you, although you do recognize two of them. Ard and Zoe are both on this wall also.
Okay.
Thu is also on the wall. Thu is lit up blue. Ard, Zoe, and three others are lit up green.
Teleport maze.
Okay.
You are
so much.
Crap in a hat.
you emerge in a small cavern. You see a short tunnel that opens into a much larger, well-lit cavern in front of you. You hear a hum of voices. You hear people talking. There's a smell of food that permeates the air, and distantly you hear metal clinking.
Well, that was fast.
Okay.
Do you move out of the way?
Yeah, I'll get off as I'm looking at all these other.
As you get off, Doran appears out of a flash of green light behind you.
Ayo.
Lauren, what
And
were
a
the
few
other-
moments later, Val and Halberd also emerge.
What were the other ones that we had? So we're in Thu.
You're in Thu. You have 5 other symbols. So Thu is glowing blue. You have Ard, Zoe, Rokang, Dax, and Law are also here.
Zoe, Rokane, Dax, and Lard.
Law.
Wow.
Blah.
Well, I like lard. That's a
Lard.
great symbol.
You know, you fat lard.
I mean, it fits with the smell of the food, sure.
Get over here and eat your dinner.
It's delicious.
Would you say those? Repeat those, Wes.
All right, so we're in
Lauren.
Thu, and we have Ard. Oh, I was supposed to. Just a second. Ard, Zoe, Dax, Law, and Rokang. I'm writing these down.
Dax, Law, and Rokane.
Rokang.
I thought she said
R-O-K-A-N-G.
and I was like, dang.
Rokang.
So you got
Okay.
Oh, it's a with a diamond.
Romeo, October, Kilo, Alpha,
Whoopie whoop.
November, Golf.
Okay, got that one. He's become a transformer.
We're losing you, Jordan.
Law looks like a bow.
Oh.
Very phallic-shaped arrow there. Almost got Lauren on that one.
Almost.
And then Dax.
lawn or
Huh. It's a weather vane.
Yeah.
there's the lawn.
I think I got it. Okay.
All right. And then in front of me is a hallway.
In front of you is a short hallway, opens up into a much larger, well-lit cavern. Ah! We lost someone.
Yeah, we lost to Jordan. He'll come
He's not
back.
here right now.
Doesn't matter, he's dead. Okay.
With this third flash of green light, you see a human boy, 17, 18, 19, in that age range, so late 20s, dark hair. He sort of walks past the cavern, does a sort of double take. Oh, that was fast. And runs off.
I'm waving at him and smiling.
Anybody else see a boy in the middle of a cavern of a supposedly evil person?
I definitely saw
Yep,
that.
yep, we all saw that. Okay. Lauren, just
What the hell?
okay. Child running through. Did he seem dead?
He looked like a human in his late teens. He did not appear to have any wounds or anything that would mark him as undead that you saw on this very brief meeting?
Right, well, this is odd. Let's be ready. And walk down the hallway towards the noise.
Shall we go introduce ourselves?
I'd rather know what's ahead of us before we just start making friends. I don't think there's friends to be made in this cavern.
At the same time, I don't think we have the element of surprise on our hands. If we didn't before, we certainly don't now. Cautiously, but with purpose.
As y'all are talking, an older human man and an older half-orc man come, you can see appearing at the mouth of the tunnel. They are both armed. They are not aggressive at this point, but they are dressed in sort of homespun, homemade garb with rough sort of boiled leather armor. They stop.
Yield.
The human man raises a hand and greetings. I am Jaden.
Hello.
What was that name again?
Jaden.
Gesundheit. How do you spell that?
JAY''DIN.
I appreciate that reference.
Well, okay. Sure, question one.
You're gonna introduce yourself, Mike.
No. Question one. Where is this?
This is our home.
You live
Okay.
here in this cavern, in these caves.
Yes.
Okay.
And interloper, what is your name?
I'm Soliax. Hello. We are the 11th hour. We have misplaced a friend of ours, and we're attempting to locate him. Have you seen any other interlopers come through recently?
You're the only group that the Underlord has not given leave to pass in some weeks.
Well, has any new arrivals come to your domain recently?
We've had some few recent arrivals. A very pleasant elven lady came through, but yesterday.
Right.
Couldn't be the same one.
How about today? Anybody new today?
We have had one new arrival, yes.
Does he happen to be sort of
We have it back.
pretty human-looking guy? Tends to talk a decent amount. Claims to be a musician, but there's nothing to say otherwise.
Beautiful singing voice.
I cannot claim to have heard him sing.
Yeah, that sounds like him. He doesn't do a lot of singing, but claims to do it all the time. Has he shrieked before? He shrieks quite often. When he's scared. You may not have seen
No, I can't say I have noted such a thing. Are you sure this is the person you're looking for? And even if it was, what reason do I have to trust that you have his best intentions at heart?
No, we've been friends of his for a while. I understand this all seems a little odd. We just sort of showed up here, and then you're here.
We live here, and you trespass into our home. And you see the half-orc man sort of puts his hand on the human's shoulder. He's like, patience.
I mean,
There wasn't a gate, or there wasn't anything stopping us. We were like, oh, look, a cave. We walk in the cave, and then there's this like, you realize you have a pit full of big, or had a pit full of big spiders at the entrance of this cave?
Yes, they help to protect us.
Well, do you have any more? Because,
I would be pleased to show you. The human man grins at you, sort of.
they met an unfortunate accident. Just letting you know that's a little bit. So we pushed a button and we ended up here.
Foot in mouth!
Unfortunate indeed.
as I'm looking, what are both of their like body expressions communicating? So like, I'm guessing human dude is perturbed. Is half orc? How is he taking this? And how is the human guy like? If you were to put words to their body language to match your tones.
Yeah. I'm
Make an
curious
insight
about this.
check. Halberd,
Okay.
go ahead and make an insight check.
Can I get in on that as I'm like trying to? Because I want to know. I want to know who's in charge. Is the half orc in charge or is the human? Like who? The power dynamic.
We all know who's in charge.
Okay. Make a go ahead and make another insight check.
Natural 20.
So many crits this episode already.
Right?
Wow.
I got a 22.
We get into a fight, we're gonna roll nothing but ones. It's gonna be
You
bad.
You hush your mouth.
Good.
I either have a 5 or 8 for my 4 proficiency.
Heyo.
All I have. So 25 on power dynamic.
Okay. Solyex, the half orc does seem to be the authority. You can see the human man is glancing towards him every so often.
Okay.
His body language is oriented towards him and slightly in front as though he is guarding him, prepared to interpose himself between you and the half orc man if it becomes necessary. Halberd, your question in particular about if I was to describe their body language to match the tone of voice. For the half orc man, I would say wary. For the human man, I would say kind of affronted. He does not seem to be very keen on Solyex's attitude.
That's fair.
Shock and awe.
Well, I see. Perhaps we've come across a little hostile, but I don't really. We just kind of showed up here. I understand how that could be off-putting. Maybe we should get like a gate or something to stop this from happening.
Our apologies. We did not mean to barge into your home. It was not our intention at all.
You have to understand, we're looking for a friend, and when we found a pit full of spiders, we're like, oh, he's totally dead. Turns out, perhaps you guys have him, maybe he's not totally dead.
The half-orc speaks at this point. We are pleased to welcome guests. We do not take kindly to intruders.
Of course. So,
I trust you understand the difference.
were we not supposed to go through that? Is there another way we're supposed to come in to not be intruders?
There is no right way, there is no wrong way. Walk as you see fit. The Underlord protects us, as this is his domain,
Right.
from those who do wish us harm.
Right.
Who do you have, if you don't mind my asking, wishing you harm? What's warranting such forms of necessary protection? Are y'all at war with somebody? Are y'all actively under threat? I'm a little bit lost. If you don't mind my asking, pardon me, I'm a stranger, not from this part, so.
I can tell. The half-orc man sort of steps forward, so he's even now with the human man. And he gestures for the human man. Jaden, go tell Marcel to bring our guest out, if you will. And then he steps forward, and Jaden sort of looks behind and is reluctant to leave. You can see there's a hesitation there, but he gives a brief bow and then very briskly walks off.
He's a good lad.
Walks away.
Forgive Jaden. He is cautious.
I mean,
Our
Yeah.
stories do tell, if you will, of the danger. Solyex, was it? And his kind goes to me and my family and our brethren.
About that. Working on that. Now, it's my job to fix that. I'm actively working on that. And sorry.
Forgive us, we have seen no evidence of any
Right,
such work.
I'm curious though, when was the last time you and your people didn't live in this cave?
Our families have lived here for some generations, though we do occasionally send envoys, if you will, to various connections on the outside.
You
In
guys,
return, it is still not safe for us.
right? Again, sorry about that. Working on it. Public relations and all that can be complicated. Curious though, you mentioned the Underlord. You work for him?
Yes. He provides for us. He is our Lord and Master here.
What does he provide for you?
Anything we need. Food, sustenance, safety.
Right. Many questions. Forgive me. Many questions. One, let's start with food. How does he acquire the food? Do you just eat spiders, or?
What?
I mean, yes, they're quite a delicacy if cooked correctly, but among other things, we do have gardens that we grow that are protected.
Okay.
We do have some trade with the outside.
So you provide for yourselves, it sounds like, if you are growing the gardens that you eat.
And the Underlord gives certain gifts to some number of us, some who are dutiful and bound to his service. They're able to provide what we need.
Interesting. So that's all right. Huh.
I mean,
the question about the protection. A couple things. You said there is no wrong way to come in. I feel as though we have come in the wrong way, given the manner of our meeting. It feels like we did not come. Let's just say this. I feel like we did not come in the right way. So I feel like that. But then you mentioned protection. I see you two coming up here, ready, armed to defend and protect yourselves. If we were hostile, which we're not, but if we were to be, would he just come out of the ground and protect you there, or?
Hole is getting so deep, it's crazy, y'all.
How does he exactly, like, how does he protect you? Is he just like operate out of the wall, or?
Also,
He is free to travel through his domain as he wills.
Interesting.
He provides us with the tools to protect ourselves from less important threats as needed.
so question, as Solix is asking questions, what is this guy's reaction? Is he like getting agitated, kind of keeping neutral, or coming across as rather amused?
Yeah. What is this guy's
The vague implications of, yo, what's up with your boss? Can we murder him, possibly?
No, as
That's
Solix is like, hypothetically, if I tried to throw you in my van right now, would your dad like pop up, or is he like away?
It says free candy on the side.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
Does he just pop up, or like?
We'll go off the same insight checks from earlier because I assume y'all have been watching the same time. So specific question: what are you trying to discern?
How is his attitude towards Solix
as this
taking
like
shape
this blabbering idiot is sort of in front of him? How is he responding to that?
Wary. There's definitely some mild amusement there of, oh, child, you don't understand.
Okay. Good. Well, you see, it's, I mean, you have to understand, we are definitely not from around here. We heard about, Underlord. So we're like, we gotta go check this guy out. And ended up here. You understand, like, we're really our friend that he's going to go get. Maybe he, shed some light. We heard something about gifts. Underlord likes gifts, right? That's a thing. Or talent? Is it talent?
The Underlord does enjoy being entertained.
Oh, entertained, right. That's what it was, entertained, of course.
About this point, Quaesitor, there has been this human man that has come and spoken quietly to Marcel, and she looks over at you and says, do you have friends? There are people here claiming that they're looking for you. Is everything okay?
I just see Quaesitor face palming.
No, I don't got no
Just kidding,
friends.
I don't
I'm just
know.
like on my own stuff right now. It's crazy. I don't know what these lunatics are after.
I was separated from my companions right as before I came to see the Underlord. I assume that they are probably searching for me.
Do you wish to be reunited?
I would
with
imagine they
them?
would have messaged me, but I haven't heard anything, so they might be dead. I'm not sure. If they are here, I would like to talk to them. Yes.
If you wish. If you don't, we can hide you. We can protect you.
I was so hoping that's the route this was going. You don't know what they've done.
They made me squeak.
If I am to understand you correctly, Marcel, as they are coming in, they are free to turn around and leave, or to try and make it to the Underlord, whereas I, having captured the Underlord's attention, am not free to go without permission.
It is not that we hold you here.
Is that
You can try to leave, but it is dangerous. And if the Underlord
because of the
truly wants to keep you, he may make it even more challenging.
I see. That is not a problem. I'm not worried about. I guess my question to you would be, would he pursue me outside of this cavern?
If you remain in his domain, it's unlikely he would come and seek you out.
If
You're
I
free
leave
to
his
explore
domain,
the halls.
it would be unlikely.
Just if you leave these particular set of caverns, it can be dangerous. That whirlpool I mentioned is within the Underlord's domain, but the path there, and as I mentioned, the difficulties, well, there are reasons why we travel in groups. If you wish to explore, by all means, but be cautious. You said you wish to be reunited with your companions?
I believe so. I would like to talk to them about. Yes, I would like to be reunited with my companions. I'm sorry, you're cutting out a little bit, Lauren. Did he say that if I left the Underlord's domain, then he would not pursue me outside of that?
No, if you stay in the Underlord's domain, he's unlikely to pursue you for being outside of these particular caverns. If you tried to actually leave the domain, then she didn't say anything about what would happen.
Okay. So, Marcel, if I were to make it outside the cave, he would not pursue me outside of that perimeter. Is that correct? If I were to make it back to Whitebrand, say, I know he has people that are loyal to him there, but he would not pursue me there. Is that correct?
He would probably not pursue you himself. He does not often leave his domain.
But he might attempt to have me brought back?
It's possible.
Okay, good to know. Come meet my friends.
Very well. This way. And she sort of grabs your elbow and guides you out of the room. Roderick and the other master workers sort of look up as you leave and then get back to work. Marcel leads you over and you cross a large chamber, and it's mostly open. There are some divisions, some various rooms that are created with various cloths and fabrics and hides to sort of segment this larger cavern into various smaller spaces. But as you cross it, here within a minute or so, you hear familiar voices.
Well, I'm really just trying to sort of ascertain what exactly is going on. Again, I feel like you said there's no wrong way, but I do feel like we came in the wrong way, and I'm just trying to get on the right foot here. And should we have pushed another button? Like there was all these like things, and we're like, oh, let's go to Thule. Like, was that wrong? Should we have pressed a bell or one of the other teleportations?
As I said, you are free to traverse the Underlord's domain And the challenges that he will set in your path.
Right, but the way you say that makes it not so. Oh, hi, Quaesitor. It's just
No, as we got close and I heard the babbling, I just kind of put my hand up to Marcel and just listened for a minute. Just like,
you do happen to have our friend. Hello, Quaesitor.
I think he needs your embrace. I think he's been missing it. He's been
Bring it
going on
in.
like this for a little bit.
Bring it in, little man.
I think I am okay.
So Ciliax, you step up with your arms wide, prepared to give Quaesitor a big hug, and he just sort of steps back and is like, "Nah, man, I'm good."
Well,
If he steps up, I won't leave him hanging. Poor guy.
come to my embrace.
Now I step back.
I'm gonna hop off that thing and walk forward.
Oh yeah, you've been over 9 minutes all time.
Yeah, a little bit. And I'm gonna walk forward and then extend my hand to Quaesitor.
Whoa.
Well done, brother. Are you well?
Yeah, I go up to see him too.
Good to see you all again.
Good.
Uh,
Very good.
How was your time getting to me?
Well, it was fine.
Something.
Found some spiders, big ones, but again, sorry, they, but yeah, things happen.
Sounds on track for y'all. This is my new friend Marcel.
Marcel.
I will salute.
Marcel, this is Doran, Halberd, Sulyex, and Val.
Hello.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. And you see her eyes don't stray far from Ciliax, so there's a stiffness and a wariness to her body language.
Marcel's the half-orc, right?
Yes.
Marcel, yeah. Marcel, there was something I was meaning to get to that I may have been a bit distracted on the nuances of the predicament I found myself in and the curiosities of you and your kinspeople down here. But my friend Sulyex here is the acting arbiter Bahamut, which I understand might give you pause.
You say, as soon as that word leaves her mouth, you see her stepping back, and her eyes are just really big.
Second, hi, yes, what we said was true, but again, telling your friend here, attempting to correct the wrongs that were done a long time ago, public relations, all that, fixing it, working on it actively. So
our mission
Sulyex,
is
make
to
a persuasion
end...
check.
Okay.
I was talking.
You were not fast enough, though.
12.
At no point we've seen any tieflings or anybody around, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
One time I didn't.
You haven't seen, Doran, you've seen 3 people now from where y'all are at in this sort of foyer cave area. 12, you said, Sulyex?
Yep.
Quaesitor, you feel her step back away from you, and you see her step far back away from Sulyex.
I kind of thought his clothing was like very specific to Arbiter, so I kind of thought that was known, so that was my bad.
He has the iconic shield of shieldiness, so.
Yeah, so I will just continue to speak and say our group, when we are done here, are headed to Dragon Throne in order to make some waves that are already in motion and try and restructure things to, like you said, undo some wrongs and create a more friendly environment to
the evidence that I have in my bag, the
people here.
charcoal things. We've, and point out the people who are like not Dragonborns working with the Arbiter person. We found history at one of their old temples, and things are not what they seem to be. There's some lies and stories that we're trying to fix right now.
Marcel, I understand that atrocities have been committed by me and my kind against yours many years ago. And sadly, some of those atrocities remained and have been continued throughout time. But I have learned a great many things, and it is now my purpose and goal to correct these wrongs and show that we got it wrong. So do accept my sincerest apologies for everything that my people have done to yours, and know that I am doing everything within my power to correct it. And if I cannot fix it within the system, then perhaps there can be other ways, but I will fix what has happened. I can tell you that for sure.
Celiax, make another persuasion check with advantage because of Quaesitor and Doran's assistance.
God, these are trash. 15.
He's lying.
15.
We're throwing natural 20s on nothing.
Right.
Pretty words do not erase generations of violence. What would you do? What can you do that could possibly make up for what your kind have done to mine?
I cannot change the past or fix what has happened, but I can actively affect the future. It is within my power. There has been lies and corruption spread all throughout those who have made these decisions. And with the evidence that Doran has presented that I also hold, and to be perfectly frank, there's a deity on my side who believes, well, he's the one who told me that we sort of messed everything up and I need to fix it. So I cannot do anything to change the past, but I can change the future. It is at least my goal to. You should not have to succumb to a life that you do not choose. You should be free to go wherever you wish. If you wish to live in the community here, do it. If you wish to live in Whitebrand, you should be free to. And it is my hope to make that a thing. I understand pretty words really mean nothing. I do hope that my actions can change the future.
I was born here, as was my father before me and his mother before him. And there's no shame in choosing the life that we have lived. What reparations would you make? You speak of change, of the corruption of your people. But what would you do? Personally, what actions could you take?
It starts with addressing the people at the top of this order. And then going through making proclamations that we were wrong, tearing down the statues that idolize this false belief, rewriting the history books, ensuring that they are told, telling the bards to tell the correct history, the right history. And then for anyone who still holds on to these wrong beliefs, well, some may disagree with me, but shutting them down, shutting them up. There is no room in this world for undue hostilities and hatred. There's been too much of it, and it should be corrected. And I do understand that I am but one person, and what the things I say truly mean nothing. I may die before I even get the chance to see this future come to fruition, but it is my goal. What I want to do, so that your children and your children's children can have whatever life they choose, the happiness that is this cave, or to sail upon the open seas that are outside of here. That should be not dictated by a controlling order.
You're right. Come back and speak to me when you have made it so. And she turns, she gives one look over at Quaesitor, and just walks away.
Topical.
Well,
She hates you not even knowing you.
possible.
Probably.
What did you say, Lauren? Did you say what the dragon, the half-orc's name was?
Nope.
Okay. Well, forgive me, sir. I do believe you know my name. Now who I am and what I do, I don't believe I caught yours. What was your name?
I am Varen.
Varen?
Varen.
Varen. Varen, it is my great pleasure to meet you. Thank you for allowing Quaesitor to come see us, speak with us. I'm not sure how your society works or functions, but something tells me you are in a position of leadership here.
That's the first thing you've said with wisdom since you walked in. You do not understand us.
No. No, we do not. Please forgive my earlier attitudes. I've learned that when approaching a potential foe, it's best to have them think you a fool. You came forward with weapons, understandably, for sure, and I did not know the fate of my friend. So at best, I wanted you to think us the fool. But my friend seems perfectly safe, and you all seem as good people. So do forgive me my inane ramblings and questions. I could not be sure to trust you.
Indeed not. And you will forgive us, but I do not know what to believe.
This is fair.
I will provide you a meal if you wish it. A brief rest to reconvene with your friend, and then I will ask you to be on your way. If you have business with the Underlord, you may seek it elsewhere in these tunnels, or leave, as suits your whim.
You are most kind. Thank you. If we were to wish an audience with the Underlord, would you be able to point us in the correct direction?
That is within my capabilities, but I will not help you.
I understand.
If you wish an audience with him, you must seek it yourself. Do you wish a meal before you leave?
Oh, I will let that be up to my friends. I do wish to speak with Quaesitor, but I will not make that decision for my friends.
Quaesitor, it's been like 30, 45 minutes since you finished food. It's up, just setting that time frame on that for you.
Okay.
Snacks.
So is he still standing there, or is he saying okay and headed back to the?
He's still standing there. He's prepared to guide you to a meal if that is what your group
Okay.
desires.
I mean, I'll sit and talk. Sure. I don't have to eat.
Perhaps just a place to sit. We did bring food with us, and I would hate to impose upon you any more than we have. But a place to sit and talk with my friend here would be all that I require, or request, I should say.
An hour, no longer.
Thank you.
And he guides you across the chamber and around a little bit of a corner here in this cavern to the same area where you were seated earlier, Quaesitor. It is deserted. There are two women, a gnome and a human, and a dwarven male who's there helping them just sort of manning the station, but they are set back. They are keeping a very close eye on your group.
Well, that was fun.
You've got quite a definition of fun, mate.
Quaesitor?
This is not great.
Quaesitor, you seem like you have a lot on your mind.
What
Well,
is going on?
Quaesitor, how are you? How do you feel?
The Underlord is my friend. Oh.
I
feel good.
If I'm close enough, I punch him in the arm.
Slapped him across the face.
I'm
Nah, that's an 8.
fine.
Well, with modifiers, it's more than 8.
Quaesitor, what's your AC?
16 or 17. Let's see.
That would hit.
5. 17.
I think that hits.
8 plus 5 and then proficiency or no?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Then yeah.
8 plus 9 is 17.
So yeah, you're close enough. You reach out and you whap him with your fist.
It was unnecessary.
This whole
I-
situation feels unnecessary.
I completely agree. It would seem that the contract we wrote backfired, and I found myself face to eye with the Underlord, and
I'm still alive.
was able to persuade him that I was worth keeping alive, and he decided to keep me. I was charmed by him for a time, and when that wore off, I found myself amidst other craftsmen, and was working on some writings for him. It seems that the people here are content to trade their life's work in exchange for the protection of themselves and their people.
Intriguing.
And he has the power to grant, if the stories are true, pretty amazing things.
Any news on the book?
Particular.
I hadn't even thought about it, to be honest. I'm sure Val can get a ping on the book if we want to look for it. That could be something that, if someone were to bring him something valuable, or at least maybe even just by making our way to him, it seems that he would be willing to grant us something.
The question is, we came in. Real quick, I'm gonna pause as I say that. Feeling around, does it feel like we are? Am I still getting that we are being watched feeling?
That's why I said the particular item we were looking for. Because
Make
being specific is
a.
bad.
Actually, no. I'll give this to you. Yeah, you're getting you have that feeling on the back of your neck, that prickle under your skin. Val, you feel it actually very strongly. It is a certainty, and you are almost paranoid that you are being observed.
Right. Well, suffice it to say, we had a plan coming in here, and it seems that things are not exactly how we imagined it would be.
No.
We did not factor in civilization being down here, so our old plan, what it was, is kind of out the window, perhaps, or has to change.
Adopted.
Now being as we don't have, it seems, a full picture yet.
Yes.
What things are. Quaesitor, what would be? You've spent the most time down here, even by a matter of hours. What would be your recommendation on how to proceed forward?
I suppose that depends on what we want. If we simply want the book, whatever. Yeah, I was going to try to make it into another word, and I don't. If we want to find the item we came
I hit
seeking,
you again.
then we that was deserved. We
Take
could
HP
go
this
searching for it. We could go searching for it. There are numerous caverns around with seems like fascinating features. If I am not incorrect, there's one cavern with a whirlpool that would take us to the elemental plane of water.
Lauren, does that sound familiar to the plane jumper?
That sounds like a book.
I'll give that one to you. Yeah, that sounds like something that would ping your awareness.
Yes,
Yeah,
it sounds, from what I've been speaking to Marcel about, it sounds like there are various pockets opening up here of plane shifting nature, which I
like a side effect of
yes,
the
yes, would be, yes, a side effect of our particular item.
That being said, though, we came through a series of caverns that basically magically teleported us from one to another, and it seemed we could use these circles to get elsewhere. I don't know how safe it would be to try and make that trek on our own, especially if the Underlord has the ability to change where things go.
My concern is, yes, I mean, but via teleportation, that can be very dangerous for all of us, but then also, Quaesitor, you have, well, he kept you alive, which means he likes you. We got here via teleportation. Can you leave? Even if you were to draw the circle on the floor and attempt to take us all to Whitebrand, can you leave? Or are you now bound to him and because of your charm? How does that?
No, I believe the charm has outlived its effectiveness. As for leaving via teleportation, I don't know. It is something to try if we decided that we wanted to leave. I suppose we still have to find our item one way or another. So if we wanted to try and find that and then leave that way, I just don't know if it would work. I don't know what arcane natures have been imbued into this cavern. As I said, the Underlord is a very powerful being, and he has done some fairly amazing arcane things.
I'm concerned.
It's possible that it wouldn't work, but I am allowed to leave, sort of. If we were to get out of here by the caves, there's nothing physically necessarily preventing me. There's nothing arcane keeping me here.
Except for the fact that we got arcane teleport. My concern more is if we try to use that to, say, go back to the cavern that we came in through. If we all went through the portal, you wouldn't go through, or you would go somewhere else. He may let all of us leave, but if it's not just walking out of a tunnel.
Here's a thought, and I'm only putting it on the table because we need all our options out there. At some point, maybe we just go talk to the Underlord. And I know that's not the option we all want necessarily, but it's an option we might have to think about.
Not a bad option, honestly.
I think it's a great option at this point.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we let him know of the item we seek. Perhaps he'll tell us what he'll give us for it, and then we can figure out our next step, whether we follow through with plan A, or if we...
Well, plan A involves tearing down this civilization. That seems a bit much.
I'm entirely sure that it does.
I don't think it does.
All these people
hope not.
he provides all of these things, but I'm not sure.
Quaesitor.
I don't think that the civilization here is a problem. I think that they're just ruled by a selfish
Quaesitor.
being who wants to be more than this. Yes.
That might be the case, but they seem to like
To
him.
maybe get us inside someplace that would be less accessible to possible eavesdropping ears.
I don't.
I do. I don't know that it would be safe though.
It may not. It
What
might
about your little tiny hut?
sound travels through that.
Sound travels through. If we are being watched by arcane means, it possibly could do something. But if there is, for instance, in my studies of the arcane, there are things that some can do that I cannot. There's something known as scrying, and similar abilities where essentially you place an invisible sensor in the room, which means that if our sound travel outside the dome to that sensor, it would still be audible. He might not,
We do
it may
this
be
to
that a
find
magical vision might not pierce through, but auditorily, I think we would still be
Yes.
in the
Well,
same
That's actually how I found you.
All I know is
scrying.
just listening
Yes.
in. I wouldn't be too
Interesting.
conversation myself.
No,
Rightly so. And there's a lot that we don't know.
Quaesitor, you've been here, in your honest opinion, are these people solely dependent? If we were to move on with Plan A, would these people fall apart, or do you think they would still be okay?
I think they would be fine. I think they're just scared, and I understand why.
May I
They
throw,
certainly wouldn't be happy with us.
Oh,
but
absolutely not. No, but
could I possibly throw out another idea? We are the proud owners of a very large and very empty and also very well fortified castle.
We would have told Val about that, right? He
Yeah.
knows we
I was there when they handed it to us.
yeah. And also, he's the one who communicated with our dear to tell her to fix it up for us.
Yeah.
Because I thought, okay.
because
well, I
that
forget.
city's where we met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, okay.
So,
I just want to bring it up for continuities and such.
Yep.
He's never been there, but
I've
he
never
knows
been, but there's
We heard stories.
right.
a lot of them.
There's also a town on the edge of that lake that, from what I understand, owes you their lives. My suggestion would be, this would be a great place for both relocation and fortification
For who?
for those who feel like they need protection. From
feel
what I'm understanding, and follow me on this, they're here beholden to the Underlord because they feel he needs their protection and provision, or they need his
Right,
protection and
yep.
provision. If we could provide said protection and provision outside of the possibilities of displeasure, the punishment for displeasure, we could have an entire village basically that
do not think. I mean, why would you? This place is already protected. Why would you leave? And also, to get there would involve a month's worth of travel across dangerous open spaces, and then the
Mhm.
village that's right next to it is comprised of entirely metallic dragonborn, which they don't like.
they don't like, but also are subservient to your orders.
But they don't like me. And
Most people don't like you
and the
when they
village
first
is
meet
not
you.
subservient to me. If anything, they would feel most.
That was in character.
Now, the minute that I can fix whatever is wrong with this place, and not this place, but if I can get to Dragonthrone and fix the wrongs, then there should be no need for them to seek protection. But until that time happens, there is no way they would trust any of us to travel a month across open lands to then live next to a village comprised of what they view to be their enemies.
And if
I
we
feel
are
like
attempting,
the village of Dragonborn is more of a point because we could hire the Edge to protect them on their journeys. That being said, you do make a good point with the Dragonborn village. Lauren, has Val been to that village?
The Stillwater?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So that being said, that is a very good point.
To protect it here.
But for those who do want to leave, i.e. the Edge's people who are being subservient, who are being held against their will, and I quote that because I'm not entirely sure if that's the case anymore, maybe we can give them a place to go.
Sure.
But providing the option for those who would like to leave.
I feel as if, though, if we follow through with Plan A, the Edge who wants to leave will just go back to Whitebrand and rejoin their Edge brothers there.
True, but that's also very close to basically the people to an enemy village now. They may want to seek relocation
It may not be
elsewhere.
an enemy village, but also if these people are so scared to leave here, don't want to leave here, why would they travel 3 days across an open desert to get to a town that, as far as they know, is full of enemies?
Well, again, the town full of enemies is a good point, but if we follow through with Plan A, then they lose their protection.
we first have to figure out what it is we're doing now, and I have something that occurred to me, not only in regards to myself being able to leave here, but if we are a group being watched and have vocalized the fact we are a group trying to remove the necessity of the people under the Underlord's power
So
to
glad
need
I'm
to
not the
stay
only one that
here,
thought of that.
he might not want any of us to leave
Yeah.
At the same
if we're about to
time,
free his people.
at the same time, though, at the best, the best case scenario is we've made ourselves interesting.
We can't free anybody until steps have been taken. And I honestly believe the first step is to find a meeting with the Underlord.
I agree. Our priority,
We're about to
Our
go.
priority was always the retrieval of our artifact. So I say we meet with the Underlord and start with that.
We're about to approach Pharaoh to say, let the people go. So I hope you're all
No.
prepared to deal with the plagues.
No, we're approaching.
Okay, props to you on that one, my
Here's what we're
man.
doing. We're approaching to say, give us the fancy duck. We don't care. At the end of the day, our goal,
It's still
was not about.
I understand, but our goal, personally, outside of and regardless of this cavern, is to set in motion the events that will free these people. Whether or not they choose to take that freedom is up to them, but the option is what we are presenting.
Possibly, depending on how. I mean, yes, Plan A would involve a freedom, but that's not.
I don't mean Plan A. I'm talking about what we're doing in Dragon Throne.
Oh, that, yes. Well,
We are giving these people the option for freedom, and he's not going to like that.
Right, yes, that I agree with. But also, strange fact, you know what?
Not everyone's going to be
No.
happy regardless of what we do.
Now, we are within the cave
Drama.
system.
Mm-hmm.
Should I use the spell?
That's oof. I mean, if you're gonna use it, now's the time.
Right. Well, it doesn't last very long. Okay, Lauren, here's what I'm going to do. Right before our hour is up, I'm going to cast Locate Object on the book and see if I can't. It's 1,000 feet.
Before this unfolds, I'm gonna go use her bathroom because I don't know if I can hold it.
Yeah, here's the thing. If y'all are done with your discussion, we're gonna go ahead and put a pinning this here so we can go ahead and take a bio break.
Okay.
All right,
Is
yeah,
that- is-
let's go ahead and take a break.
All right. So we'll go
That was
ahead.
more
we'll
like
take
a
a quick
fear
break.
potty break.
We'll
I'm
take a quick
scared,
break and we
guys.
will be back here in very briefly. We will see you. Please be patient and we'll be right back.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Welcome back, guys. Let's go ahead and get right back into this. So this is right at the end of the hour. This is right at the, y'all are finishing up your time here. You are seeing a couple of figures are starting to line the walls, just keeping a very close eye on what you're doing.
I
You
cast
see-
locate object.
You go ahead and you cast locate object on trying to find the journal, right?
Yep.
You do not get a sense of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Underlord aided.
Right, that's
We need to move. We need. If you only have 1,000 feet, we need to move
right.
quickly.
So now we should get up, and we have 10 minutes. So let's find the Underlord.
Shall we make our way? Quaesitor, are there any of your new friends who might be able to point us in the right direction?
Not anymore.
Do you know if any of them might know Eska?
Not a clue.
I'm going to say that loud enough. Do I see Marcel or oh shoot.
There were 3 people in the cafeteria with us.
I know,
There
but I'm
were.
thinking specifically.
Vern.
Varen?
Vern.
I'm trying to find my note. Goodness. Yeah, Varen. Is Marcel or Varen inside the room?
No. You see a couple of side passages. Quaesitor, you probably think that Marcel likely went back to her work, to this sort of side cavern where the other masters are working on their craft also. All of the figures that you see are fully adult, generally young adult into some middle age. And one of the things you do notice, Halbert, is they are all armed.
Hmm.
Exactly the way I'd like
Yep.
it.
Let's go find the Underlord.
I wonder,
Let's
I'm going to
move,
say it
move back
loud.
to those teleportation things.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just saying let's move to the
Yeah,
teleportation.
let's head to the teleportation circle thing.
I'm going to
Okay.
ask if any of these folks might know Eska. Ask it to Quaesitor, but ask it loud enough just to see if there is any type of reaction.
Make a perception check as y'all are walking.
25.
25. Not most of the figures that you see are humanoid races. Humans, gnomes, dwarves. You don't hardly see any elves or half elves here. And it seems like a number of, because you've seen the majority, Quaesitor, of the people you saw here were half-orc or goblinoid or what others would call monstrous races. When you were here and you were having your lunch period, those were what you saw. A few tieflings included. You don't see hardly any of those type of folk now. It seems like this is a united front and a prepared response to what might happen when folks aren't trusting you. So no, Halbert, you are not seeing any particular response to that name, but you are noticing this group of people who are just watching.
Lord, as we head towards the teleporter, condition of their weapons. What do they look? Are they well kept? Are they worn? Are they old? Are they new?
Make a
Got
perception
black
check.
down here.
Oh, balls. Do I get advantage because weapons?
No.
10.
10. From what you see, their weapons are fairly well maintained. Some are a little older, some are a little newer. They don't seem to be There's nothing that catches your eye of, oh my gosh, this is new, or oh, this person has no idea what they're doing. There seems to be some militia-like response where it's about what you would expect from a town guard, essentially.
So they're not running around with like their great grandfather's hand axe, but they're also not like forging new shiny stuff all day, every day.
Right.
Okay.
That is a good assessment.
Cool. All right.
I
Well,
mean, they got blacksmiths down here.
yeah.
So.
But you don't know that.
You said when we came through the portal, we heard the clang clang sound of metal hitting metal.
Yeah, you did.
Mm-hmm. Which,
Blacksmith.
if you want to make that assumption, yes. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So back at the portal.
I got high intelligence. This is an educated guess.
Where are we going?
Back at the portal, you have 5 choices.
Right. We can go Ard, Zoe, Dax, La, or Rocaine.
We know that's where on takes
Ard
us.
is the entrance. I would say Zoe. Zhao, because that was the only other.
That was
Dual
on both
option.
roads.
Quaesitor,
Yes.
you had an audience with the Underlord, right?
Yes.
Would you happen to see any symbols in the room you were in?
I was quite preoccupied. I can try to remember. I could get myself and one other person there, possibly. Lauren, do you
Yes.
remember anything specific in there?
Make a...
Did you teleport in here? Or do you remember? Did you remember? Did you walk or teleport in?
I walked in, I think, because I was following the Underlord afterwards. I don't know
And
what I
then
remember.
He went to black, and then we woke up and you were crafting.
Right. Quaesitor, what you remember is you
Yes.
remember walking through a tunnel.
Uh-huh.
You were in the Underlords there. You were walking through a tunnel. There's a brief period of time, and you were in this sort of creative fugue state. As soon as you saw this desk that had been prepared for you, you got to work. You don't actually really remember walking through this larger, well-lit cavern space.
Okay. Do I remember anything when I was in the Underlord's lair in my own mind?
Make a perception check at disadvantage, because you were a little distracted at that point.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Perception at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Double nat 20.
13.
13. No, nothing in particular caught your eye.
Okay.
DM, do
Yes.
I see any of those eye symbols around us?
No, not in this particular place.
Okay. Would you mind letting me know when we run into one?
I can do that.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for one.
Okay.
Eye for an eye.
In the meantime, shall we try for Zoe?
Let's do Zoe, because Zoe was the only one that was on both circles.
All right. When we get into the room,
Wait, I
I'm
thought you.
gonna go hit Zoe and light up the circle.
And then everybody rush through.
Okay. Y'all, you hit Zoe, the circle inscribed on the floor lights up green with a bright flash. You'll head through, and you emerge into a small cavern. There's a tunnel that heads out that opens up into a much larger cavern, and it is dark in here. Who is anyone providing light?
Oh, I'm pulling out the hooded lantern.
Okay. As you pull out the hooded lantern and you shine it around and illuminate this larger space, it takes you aback for a moment how bright it gets in here as the light from the lantern refracts off of various beautiful large crystal structures. This is like stepping into the inside of a geode
Oh, nice.
where the walls
this is
are
very
lined. Say what?
So I'm familiar with this.
This is actually very reminiscent to you, Dorian.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. It is pristine. There is evidence of a trail sort of that has where the crystals have been harvested, where they have been mined out. There is a hole you can see a quarry almost in here, where there has been some of these crystals, they've been taken out and they've been used for something. And
Looking
there
on the
is a
walls,
brief, say what?
looking on the walls, the other runes that are present.
In here, you have the one back to Thu, and you have Ard.
Ard.
So on seems to be a consistent.
Ard is the entrance. That's it. Just through an Ard.
Just Thu and Ard.
Okay.
There is you can see where you came in, or not far from where you came in, there is what looks to be some sort of mine cart that is descending down a more worked area that is a transportation, like a platform that descends and is designed to head out. You do hear the sounds of something moving and shifting, like a rock grinding on each other.
Kill the light.
I'm going to kill the light.
I'm currently uncomfortable already being in here, so
Kill it till it's like the 5 feet dim light.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn it completely off, but we're dimming down the power.
Hood the lantern.
You hood the lantern. It is very dark in here. You can see just a couple of steps worth in front of the lantern, and that is it.
For those of us with dark vision, haha,
Ew.
can we still
Just
see,
rub it in,
or
why
is
don't
it
y'all?
black for us as well?
No, y'all can still see. Those of y'all with dark vision can see to the 60-foot extent of your abilities.
Balls.
yes, I'm looking at it 60 foot.
Halberd, you see something shift where you would have expected stillness. Something against the wall itself. It doesn't.
Point of order.
It doesn't-
My hand is on the handle of my weapon.
Good to know, Doran. Thank you.
My hand exists there.
My hand's hovering over the Ard button.
Okay, so y'all are staying right at the entrance
Oh,
then.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to. Yeah.
I should
only Halberd saw
clarify
the shift?
the. Yes, so there's the Thu and the Ard that are green, and the Zo that is blue, as the runes that are there. Just to clarify.
And
What was that,
but
Quaesitor?
the room we came from was Thu.
Yes, we
The
came
room
from
we came
Thu.
from was Thu, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Well, do we continue down this creepy cavern, or do we go back and find another room?
There's some movement up ahead. And I don't
Not
know
happy to
what
be
we're
here.
doing. I'm not expecting it to be there.
Crazy thought. What if we shoot a flaming arrow down, try to get some visual? And if something comes and attacks us, we bamf out, go back to Thu, pick another door, and get up.
I would recognize the cart situation and all that, right?
Yes, it's actually very reminiscent of dwarven work.
I mean, does it look like it's in decent shape? Are people mining? Are we overreacting? You know, like, can I tell about the cart situation?
You don't see any active mining efforts currently. Like
Right.
there's not a group of dwarves who are harvesting and carrying
Sure.
things away, but it does seem
Does
to
it
be
seem
prepared and set
recently-
up.
Sorry?
Yes,
Does it seem
everything does seem
recently
to be
used?
in fairly good condition.
Lauren, real quick question.
Yes.
Do I see? When I turned the light on, did I see an eye?
Did he spy
No,
on
not
us?
in this particular location.
So
Not in your immediate vicinity, I should say.
did that feeling of being watched dim at all?
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Are there any loose pieces of gem I can pick up?
I thought about
Not
that.
in your
It's gonna
immediate
drop or
area.
something.
If you wanted to head a little bit further in, there are some smaller pieces that are available, probably 10, 15 feet away in off of the path.
I mean, touch nothing but the lamp.
Somebody,
Hey, Unless you have a hook shot, then, you know.
Unfortunately,
well-
y'all's grappling hook was absconded with.
Stupid rock.
All right, so shall we do
Tried to hold on to it,
waters,
though.
or do we want to go ahead and make our way out?
I don't believe. Quaesitor, does this look familiar to you? In that cavern where you were at with the Underlord, was it geode like this?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Right.
Then
Yeah.
then
No, this
will
is not
help
familiar.
us. Let us leave, and let's go back.
Someone get ready to press the button. I want to grab some of those.
All right, I'll press it.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling they are very useful for arcane.
Don't you have a
work.
mage hand to
I mean,
grab it for you?
They're probably useful for runes, too.
Oh yeah, I guess that's not fun.
Quite certain.
But also, Underlord's watching.
Yeah.
Tap our butts.
Man, we're here to get what.
So
First, then we come back and loot.
So Quaesitor, there are.
mage hand.
I'm gonna give you a choice because there's
Okay.
a number of smaller crystals, and there are brightly colored crystals all over. There's some red ones and blue and green and purple, but in the couple of patches that are closest to you, you have purple, almost amethyst color. You have a greenish color gem and a bluish color gem. And those are the ones that are sort of loosest on the ground in that 10, 15-ish foot range, where you feel like you
Sure.
could probably run and grab something, maybe run back in the time it would take to get to the
Here's the mousetrap.
Mage hand moves 30 feet. I can move Mage Hand 30 feet at a time, so it's basically the same speed as me.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, run. I'm gonna grab a purple and blue. Mage Hand is gonna grab a green.
Okay.
I'm gonna not be in the circle.
I'll just do one of each.
Arrow drawn as he decides he wants to go do.
And I'm just run, grab. I'm just grabbing and sprinting out.
Okay.
Okay. We get back. I press through.
All right. So as y'all are doing this, Quaesitor, as you're running, you don't have any time
Yes.
to really
no.
respond. You just see it out of the corner of your eye, almost all the way across the room, like a good, we'll say 30, 35, 40 feet away. Sorry, a good 30, 35, maybe 40 feet away across this cavern area. As everybody is heading out, this green light from the teleportation lights up, and you can see it. There is what you had taken for one of the larger crystalline shapes on the walls shifts and moves and steps forward. So you grab everything. You see that out of the corner of your eye. As you're grabbing, you turn, you make it back, and everybody is heading out through the transportation back to the
Stu, where there was more options.
to the living space where you had met the majority of the people.
Yep. All right, we get back there, and not even leaving, go back there and hit Dax.
Dax, okay.
Oh, my favorite guardian of the galaxy.
Right. I have a feeling it's gonna be.
All right. You head to Dax. Green light, everybody passes through. You emerge into another domed room, and there's a single tunnel heading forward. In this particular place, you do not actually see any other runes. There's the Dax that is on the wall glowing in blue. There is the tunnel that is moving forward into darkness, and you do not see any other runes currently on the walls.
All right,
Forward onto dawn. I've got a point.
let's do it.
I'm gonna start looking around and be super sneaky and all that jazz. Don't want to step on any traps or get myself killed, or maybe
Dark vision doesn't
something.
nothing ahead or nothing.
You see the tunnel, and it is another one of those perfectly round 10-foot diameter tunnels.
Perfectly round creature.
Perfectly round, yes,
Yeah.
pristinely round, and very smooth walls. It doesn't even look like it had been worked with hammer and chisel, which is a little alarming to you, Doran, as you're making this connection.
That's Well, that's how it's been through the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the thing.
Yep.
It's disturbing.
So can I
I have
get
put the gyms away, but Mage
Okay.
Hand is still up.
Good deal. Go ahead and mark assorted gems in your inventory, and if you get to the point where you take time to appraise those or get someone to appraise them for you, we will work on the valuation of those gems.
Excellent.
Cool. All right. Shall we move forward?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
What's the marching order? And what's the light situation?
Halbert's gonna go first. I'm gonna be behind him with the lantern. And then Howard.
Or I'll take up the rear.
I think you're the only one with light.
Mm-hmm.
I have lights.
Well, we all have.
I can.
We don't need light. I mean, with the light
Okay.
from the lantern, that should be enough to aid
Okay.
whoever might want it.
And the only reason why I wanted to
Good
use
Val.
the lantern versus the light spell is just the ability to dim it.
Yep.
Right. I was just gonna put a marble in the hand so they could close it off, but the lantern is good. If you
Okay.
want free hands, basically.
Let's do.
Quaesitor right behind me.
So let's go. Halberd, Quaesitor, Val, myself, Doran.
Okay.
Put the light in the middle.
Okay. All right. So y'all are heading through, and about 30, 35 feet in. Actually, yeah, no. What would that be?
I don't know.
Okay.
Not sure. You haven't told us yet.
I'm looking at numbers. Give me just a moment.
That's not good.
It's delightful. I don't know what you're talking about. So,
Ben's, it's so exciting.
Halberd
Yes.
and Val and Quaesitor, what is your passive perception?
20.
21.
20.
19.
19. Good deal.
Stupid X-ray.
All three of you, actually. I think everybody but Silux and Doran. Silux, what's your passive perception?
12.
Yeah, no, everybody but Silux and Doran. You hear a slick sound of water? Liquid something almost, but it doesn't sound like it's dripping. It sounds like it's running along a surface. And you notice there's a brief glistening almost. And it's hard to tell in the darkness and in the dim light. But as the light approaches, something in the ceiling above you seems to gather together and be drawn towards the light. It's coagulating and forming this globule right above the light source, and following with you as you track along. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative.
We're still
Do we
just
get a
sitting here.
gelatinous cube? Do we seriously get a
Know what I'm
gelatinous
doing.
cube?
I'm sitting here like, are we gonna turn? Is someone who's paying attention gonna shut the light off, or like we're just gonna ignore this?
Lauren,
Yes.
map.
This is going to be 2. The one marked 2.
Hey, funny thing about that, that's my initiative score.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
buddy.
no!
Lauren, is
You
this
remember
the-
how I said the thing about
you?
rolling once?
Uh-huh.
Hey, guess what?
Lauren, is this a gelatinous cube?
It is something oozy or slimy or gelatinous. Yes.
Okay, Lauren, for mini purposes.
Is it like a living?
Yeah, go ahead and grab a gelatinous cube. Also, go ahead and grab those the slimes that I painted up for you.
Oh, good.
Listen, out of everything you told us to grab, cube is not one of them.
All right. Let's see. Oh, actually,
Trying
that's
to find my stats for this real quick.
that was like perfect on our first try. Dang.
Mhm.
Nice.
This is a great idea. This is a great idea.
I mean, we went down 2 different paths, and each of them had a manster. So
Where's
I'm-
Nightbane in all this?
Under me.
Halber's riding him.
Okay, well,
Yeehaw.
Nothing says imposing figure like an elf with a bow on it.
yeah, it just also means that we've got like no room.
It is a tight fit.
Jokes and jokes.
I was trying to behave.
Hey, it's me. Is there a map? I want to go ahead and see if there is. Yay. A map. Oh, good. This will be fun.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Is it though?
All right. Initiative. 25 to 20.
21.
20.
20 to 15.
That right now. That
That's not good.
Oh, 15 to 10.
10.
right.
So not good.
Quaesitor.
Oh, did I cut out? I was at 15.
Okay, okay.
Coming through.
Okay. Yeah, you got out. I was like,
That feels a little better.
1.
Hey, mine's a 2.
I rolled a 21. Okay. So I got a 2 and a 1.
I mean, I rolled a 1 with a 1 modifier, so I got a 2.
Hey, get that one out of the way.
Oh yeah, no.
so what you can't see on this screen is that directly underneath that cube is me.
Yep.
Oh, balls. This is going to suck.
All right.
I mean, you said it.
Top of the order. Halberd. What are you doing?
What's in front of me?
In front of you, it appears to be a mostly empty tunnel. Now that you know what you're looking for, there does seem to be a couple other blobs of things of gelatinous material that are slowly making their way towards this light source. The closest one you see is about 20 feet away, and there's another one about 10 feet beyond that.
Sure.
Go ahead and turn off the light, mate.
I will do that on my turn.
Well, I actually wanted to shoot something for a little while.
Shoot the little one.
I'm going to shoot the one right in front of me.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I want to use one of my bow charges and turn my arrow on fire.
Good deal, good deal.
And they've not gone in combat yet, have they?
Nope.
They're not surprised, but they have not gone in
Well,
combat
I
yet.
am, because I get advantage, I'm going to take sharpshooter, my marksman ability,
Mhm.
right? And attack.
Is it just the one, by the way?
No, there's like 3 of them.
No, I don't only see the one.
It's because the others haven't made it close enough to be on the map yet.
Plus
That's fun.
12 minus 5 is
Plus
7. A 21 to hit.
21 hits.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be another booger that likes electricity, I'm sure.
Let's see, that 6, 12, 14 points of piercing damage and 9 points of fire damage.
That 14 was plus 7. Or plus your 6.
Plus 6, sorry. Plus the 10 would
Mhm.
be 24 points, plus 9 points fire damage.
So 24 piercing, 9 fire.
Not bad.
Okay,
Solid hit.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, you see, it's weird because you're shooting almost to the rock wall and you don't quite expect your arrow to sink in and do as much damage as it does. But it's your arrow hits and almost absorbs into this gelatinous substance as the creature sort of tries to swallow it, and you can see bits of this blob trying to evaporate and smother the fire as it falls dripping in pieces to the cave floor below.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Go for it.
Can I do the marksman thing multiple times, or is it just once?
You can do it multiple times.
Cool. If I can do it multiple times, I'm gonna do it again because it hasn't taken its turn yet. So, what?
Do you get that advantage multiple times?
Until it goes in combat, it says I have advantage.
No.
Until
You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet.
Because rogues are supposed to only get one attack. Multi-class.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
yeah. So 12 plus
Multi-class.
7 is 19.
Hits.
Cool.
I need my little multi-pass thing. Multi-class.
5 plus 6, 11 plus
Big
10
bada
is
boom.
21.
Points of damage.
Yep.
Woo. Yeah, your arrow sinks into where this creature had been slowly coalescing into a larger blob, and you can see like a slough of this goop just drop down right in front of Val's feet, actually, from where it had been kind of coalescing.
Time out. Question.
Yes.
So are there oozes in front of me or above me?
Okay. Good question. Both. So were you shooting at the one that was still approaching or the one that was above y'all already?
The ones that were approaching up.
Okay, my bad. I will adjust that on my notes here.
Might as well put those out. Lauren, how many ooze targets are out front, just for miniature sake?
2.
Okay,
So was it,
just so we can keep track of what we're shooting at.
are they on the ground or on
Nope,
the,
they're up on the ceiling.
so both of them are on the ceiling?
Yep, everything's been on the ceiling, sort of coming closer towards your group.
Oh, darn it. Okay, well, my mistake. I thought those two were on the ground and then Jay's was on the ceiling. Well,
Nope, they're all up lining like the roof of the tunnel ahead.
Line.
bro, you're just special that way.
Everything's
Everything's working its way towards
Are you
you.
doing anything else?
I'm moving forward like 5 to 10 feet and spacing this out because they're above me.
Okay. Because it's
How-
like 10 feet above you, right? Well, it's Lauren,
Yes.
it's 10 feet in front of him and then above him, right?
Yep.
How
Okay.
tall above me?
It's like a cylindrically shaped ton.
How tall is it, Lauren?
It's 10 feet. It's a 10-foot perfectly diameter tunnel.
We've just got the cube a little higher so that we can actually see.
Perfect circle.
Oh, then Nightbane's gonna multi-attack the one with his.
The one above you?
Yep.
Okay. Go for it. Roll to hit.
Fat laying on his back like.
Toys.
It's more like rearing up on its legs and reaching with the pseudopods.
That's fair.
21.
Yeah, that hits.
This will be 9 points.
Yeah.
9. Yes.
And then attack number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Another 21.
Definitely hits.
And that's going to be 9 plus 4 is what? 13?
Yes.
13 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I guess I could, but I mean it's a 10-foot. It's just because it's hanging off of the ceiling, which means it's within smacking distance.
Mhm.
Good deal.
The whispers. The whispers.
The whispers,
Yeah,
the
if,
whispers.
we're getting too loud, we're working with the new mic setup. So if we're
Yep,
getting
you're
too
good.
loud, let us know.
Well, hopefully
are
you can
good.
do us this week.
Right.
Cool. I'm done.
Awesome. Val.
I don't want to. So I am right. That coalescing of ooze above me is within smacking distance.
Yes.
Okay, it's worth the first level spell. So yeah, why not? Let's do a first level inflict wounds. Why not?
What?
Inflict so
those.
much.
Roll to hit.
Boom. Which one? I need a good one. Let's use the snitch. Snitches are good.
I usually get stitches.
They don't. That is a 14.
That hits.
Okay, that's nice.
14 hits. That's real good.
And that is 3d10.
Good. So I can roll a 3 and still hit.
Oh dang, that's 2 10s.
Okay.
Oh wait, that was only supposed to be one. I'll take the other one. That is 24 points of damage
Nice.
of the necrotics.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Right over here. Because did it look like the ooze coalesced quickly, or like it could follow me step for step?
Fairly quickly, like it had gotten to the point where you were within its range, and it was coalescing and coming
Okay.
together fairly quickly.
Okay. Then
It
I'm
did
not
seem
gonna.
more like an ambush predator. Like it didn't seem like it had been following you necessarily, but more like it was waiting for you to come into range.
Okay. In that case, then I will stay so that if it does drop on me, they get flanking. All right, that's it. That's my turn. That's all I got. Clerics
It
only
is
get one spell.
it is now the ooze's turn.
Oh crap!
And as you see it coalesce and start to come together into this larger blobby shape, it does go ahead at this point and drop down. It releases its hold on the tunnel above. Who does it land on?
Me.
Okay, good deal. So it lands on you, and you are...
You can't tell, but Val is inside the cube at the moment.
Mhm.
I love these miniatures.
I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, didn't know I could do that. I like those. Oh, that's not one I have proficiency in. Blast it. That's still 14.
Okay. That is a success. You feel this ooze drop down on you. You can feel it pushing you aside as it moves towards your space. So you can accept that you are being moved away from it, or you can just sort of hang tight and allow it to engulf you.
That doesn't seem like a great idea. Just saying. If it's, I'll let it push me.
Okay. It is going to...
Already does not like the idea of being in confined spaces. It's not gonna let it be worse. Right.
Claustrophobia?
That would be like a level 5 inflict wounds at that point.
No joke, actually.
No, like straight up. That was not a kidding.
Melt it from the inside out. Okay.
So it is going to attempt to pursue you. It is going to stay right up on that, and you see one of those sort of pseudopods reaching out towards the lamp and how you're holding it.
Cool.
Did not dim on your turn.
No, that I did not do that.
Maybe turn.
That is going to be its turn.
See,
The other two, the one right above Halberd, is going to move closer towards the light. It is going to be drawn towards the light. So go ahead and move it 15 feet closer.
Bring it on. Just bring it on.
They care about the light, and that's it. They're not eating us.
How far away is it?
15.
It's going to move another 15 feet closer.
Now it's right above him again.
Good deal. Awesome. The other one is also going to move the 30 feet closer, and that will be its turn also.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
One of the things that you're noticing as you are seeing these are not as clear, as translucent or transparent as you had originally expected them to be. There are little bits of things mixed in with them that had sort of blended in with the roof of the wall. You're seeing little bits of this whitish, slightly yellowed material. You're seeing little bits of sort of metallic flecks or a very few pieces of earth that have been like little rocks and little pieces of what looks like maybe leather that have been contained within it and are being drawn along with it.
It's been dissolving people.
Just been dissolving everything.
Quaesitor, you're up.
Is that me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry,
sure.
my connection is not great. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I don't know exactly where oozes are. So y'all pick one and tell me what I shoot at, and I'm just gonna shoot two arrows.
Okay, well, there's one right next to you, and there's two right above you. And the one right above Val has already been hurt by Halberd.
Okay. Most of that. There's one next to me that's not above me.
Yeah,
One has dropped down, and two are still on the ceiling above.
and one of those on
Okay.
the ceiling has been hurt by by Hal.
Okay. I'll shoot the one on.
Shoot the one on
Okay.
the ground.
All right, roll to hit.
Am I coming through?
Yeah, but that one's
Okay,
right
cool.
next to you, so.
No.
Crossbow.
Oh, yeah, crossbow. Never mind.
Okay. 17 to hit.
Hits.
That is well, that's crappy. 6 piercing, 1 thunder.
Ow.
Against which one is this, Jordan?
The one on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Actions plus 3. Yes.
You see the crossbow bolt impact into it, and the shockwave of the thunder starts splattering pieces of it off. It is looking real rough.
I just get that old Jello commercial. Jello. It's alive.
Not for long.
21 to hit.
Hits.
That is slightly better. 9 piercing and 2 thunder.
That will do it. You send your crossbow bolt into it. The thunder sort of explodes it, and the resulting shockwave sends bits of goo and matter all over those who are across from you.
Ew.
It tastes disgusting.
I didn't want to taste it.
Thank you.
Boy, it's getting in your nose and your mouth. It's just
Yeah.
gross.
Although, Doran, you're far enough back. You probably got saved.
Probably.
I mean, there's a big dragon. There's a big dragon in my way. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you'd be fine then.
He took the shot for you.
Okay, so there's still 2 left.
Still 2 left. So
Yes,
yeah.
you done?
Guys, I'm going to have to. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have to bow out. My family's waiting on me. So I'm going to let y'all finish this combat.
Alrighty, buddy.
Good deal.
Okay.
Have fun
I
with your
will-
family.
See you later, dude.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
We
buddy.
miss you.
See y'all soon.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Silyax.
Yes. Okay. Looking at my equipment. Okay.
Excuse me.
Dang it. Okay. Well, interesting. Okay. Lauren, question.
Answer.
For the Dawnblade of Zelisar, it says each time I deal radiant damage to a creature while wielding the weapon. Does that mean I have to use the weapon to deal radiant, or if like?
Yes, it means the weapon has to be the one used to do radiant
okay.
damage.
Fine. Well, given that they're over there, I'm gonna shoot a Sacred Flame at the one that Halbert hit earlier. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is going to be 4.
Nice. Okay, and so that would be 2d8, 2 die 8 of radiant. That's 14 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Then I will close the distance. And that's... I don't have any bonus action, so that's it for me.
Okay. Awesome.
You're the only one that's hit yours until now.
Doran,
Mm-hmm.
you are up. What are you doing?
So it's probably a little bit stronger.
None of them are in like hitting range, right? I can't melee any of them, right? Because they're still on. Whoop. None of them are down on the ground. They're all on the ceilings and such.
Right.
Okay. Well, how are they looking? Are they
The one that Halbert and Soyux have taken care of is looking kind of rough. You're seeing bits of goop have started to drip off of it. The other one hasn't been hit at all yet.
Okay. Well, then I'll move up, and get clustered in there with everybody else. My lightning line attack is 15 feet. That'll hit that thing, right?
Yes.
I'm just ka-chow up in the air. Okay.
Mhm.
And since I'm using it, I had a question about it. Would that be like a separate version of attacking? Like I couldn't do a normal attack and then dump one of those lightning bolts into the attack? Is that a thing
Those would be
do?
2 separate attacks.
Okay, so I couldn't like cut something and also shoot a lightning bolt forward through it.
Lightning.
That would be like, it would be like
So
I'd have to
you
use
have 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
So instead of going slashy hammer, you could go slashy distance zap, or you could go
Okay.
hammer distance zap,
Okay.
or
Zap
does that make sense?
It's like, I was wondering if it worked like when he puts a divine smite into.
No,
an
not like
attack.
that.
If it was, yeah. I just wanted to make sure I was clear on how that
You don't
works.
get a
Yep.
zap smite.
I'll get that on like level 20 or something. Okay. Well, just wanted to know. Then I want to do my lightning attack and zap the one that hasn't been attacked.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
But it's a DC save, so what am I meant to do?
Oh, that is
Still have
fine.
to
That's
roll?
a dexterity save. No, that's me, and that is a natural 1.
Ah!
Cool. I think I win that
I do
contest.
think you do, yes.
Huzzah!
Because I will say, if it's in dexterity with a natural 1, that's going to end up being a -3.
Ah, good to know. Damn.
Nope.
Well, I'm going to use... I guess I can use Savage Attacker to reroll that one, right? Because it's
I
still...
believe it's got to be a melee hit. Let me
Does
look
it?
that up real quick.
Because...
Yeah, melee.
what-
It's got to be a melee weapon attack.
Oh, okay. Well, then that was only 4 lightning damage, but it's at least
Okay.
something.
It's
And
at
I
least
wanted to use
something.
my zappy thing.
You did.
And I did it. Yay.
You did a
Good
thing.
deal.
I'm proud of
I-
you.
Did it. Can I... For my second attack, well, I can't use the heavy crossbow because that takes up both of the attack actions, right? So can I pop off?
You could fire it, but you would not be able to reload it, I believe.
Okay.
Am I
well
saying
then-
that right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Because I know that whenever I would use it as my first attack, I couldn't fire it again, so I was
Right.
pretty much useless. So, but with doing it this way, I could still go ahead and fire the heavy if I did that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see anyone other than the map. And I want to do that. I want a crossbow.
All right, roll to hit.
Roll to hit. And that's dexterity, right?
Yes, use your dexterity instead of your strength.
That's a 12.
You squeeze that trigger.
That's okay. That still hits.
Yay! And that's
What was that you rolled?
12.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 7 and I got a 1 dexterity and a 4 proficiency.
Yep. So what's the damage on that?
Hey, that's a 9.
Nice.
Did some dabblage.
You did.
I did some dabblage.
Oh.
God.
Oh, really?
Why?
Yes, because that's
Oh,
what I'm here for.
yeah. All right,
Y'all
back to the top of
invited.
the order. Halberd, what are you doing?
Shooting the one I've been shooting at.
All right, roll to hit.
Murder the goo.
Yep, that's an
It's
8.
the one that is looking
Or you said
rough.
goop earlier, and I can't get over that word. That's such a good word.
It is a good word. Oh, yeah, that hits.
It's going to be 18 points of damage.
Ooh, that'll do it. The
One
arrow
shot,
sinks into
double
it.
what
Yeah. And not even really sinks into it, but pierces through where it had been gathering together. And something about the force of the arrow, you managed to find the point where it had been sort of dripping together in a narrow point before it had been swelling back out. And you just cut it, bisect it. So there's this goop that had been on the top wall that is splattering down, and this part that had been descending that is now just splashed across the tunnel floor.
I'm imagining, since we're on the inside of a giant pipe, essentially, that like the arrow hits and like does a cool ricochet or something.
That's legit.
He
All right,
did.
there's one left.
Shoot the other one. Sharpshooter. Up, up, up.
Drill one.
Nope, I rolled a 5 plus 7 is 12.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
That's like what I rolled.
Do everything.
Well, that's 20 points of damage. And then that
Woo.
attacks it.
Did you say 20 points of damage?
With sharpshooter, yeah. Because negative
That's
5 to
awesome.
hit plus 10 to damage.
That's awesome.
Which actually, I rolled a 6. And I have a plus 6, so that should be 22 points.
Okay.
My bad. I'm so used to my not +1 bow and my old dex modifier.
Right.
It's just auto +4.
Yes.
Yep. That has been corrected.
Okay, I've been saying +5 for the longest time.
Right. Nightbane.
Just when I
Attacks.
figured out it's a 6, it moved up to 7. So,
Right.
That's a 24 to hit and
Yep.
a 8 or 9.
9 points of damage.
That was a 9 to hit. I just rolled both multi attacks.
Ah, yeah. No, the 9 still hits.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
These are just like reject throwaway monsters that Lauren's just like, yeah, I'm gonna let them beat up on some dummy dums. Okay.
You know
Let them have some fun. They've been
the
struggling.
blow up thing that
They're
hits
big,
them.
they're slow, they're ambush predators. You have basically turned their ambush around on them.
That's 25 total
This is-
points.
It's like in the video
25.
game where you get a new weapon and they just throw garbage enemies at you so you can just beat up on them. That's almost what this feels like.
I'll
It
take
feels
it.
so good.
After the spider, I'll take it.
Every little
Yeah.
XP counts. We need to level up.
Oh, dude.
I just want to get the confidence back of like, oh yeah, you can face someone without almost dying.
No, I want to level up from murdering oozes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I would laugh so
The
hard.
saddest level
That
up.
would be pretty
I
good.
went and my mom had some banana pudding outside, and I just started punching it.
Are you
and I
done?
felt
Are you
stronger.
done?
Yeah, is it?
Yes.
I believe that is the end of Halbert's turn.
Okay.
Halberd and Nightbane are both taken care of. Halberd, you gonna move anywhere?
Why?
That scares me. What's in front of me? I'm stepping back a couple of feet. I'm backing up to Nightbane right now. Yes, thank
Turns
you.
out we're in the barrel of a giant cannon.
Now that you mentioned it.
You just see this like tsunami of slime coming through the
Yeah,
tunnel.
basically.
You do, in fact, see one more slime that is slowly making its way.
I was hoping that Lauren
It is
put
being
us in, like, a barrel.
drawn to the light, and this one is on the ground. It is large. It is taking up the majority of the space in the tunnel. It's almost like just this wall of slime moving towards you.
Of course, I said it. I'm sorry, guys. Is it a cube-ish shape?
It's hard to tell. It's filling up almost the entirety of this very round space.
That's
So it's a cylinder.
okay.
Yeah, essentially.
It's gooshing
That's
its
what
way
has
through
skulls
the
in it.
tube.
I don't think
Yes.
it has skulls in it.
Probably
Call
more.
it a gelatinous cylinder.
I mean, we're in a tube. It might as well. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
Now,
say
what are you
that.
doing?
I'm gonna look
I
down.
think it's dookie.
I'm gonna look up. I'm going to flip my holy symbol into my hand and cast Toll the Dead. Dum.
All right. That is wisdom save. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Watch him be super wise.
Oh, I will be so pissed.
Okay. That is a natural 18 minus 2.
Woo! Okay, that fails.
Gosh.
Barely. Just barely fails.
I rolled so well.
D12s.
Yes, it
It's pretty funny how these have a bunch of negatives. I find that compared to like all the other things we fought, it's like, oh man,
19
monster that has
points, 19
negatives.
points in
Wow.
necrotics.
Woo! Yeah, that you hear this distant ringing of the bell, and it seems to vibrate it, like when you shake a plate of Jello, and then it just vibrates until it just dissipates and falls to pieces. Like it is gone. It's gone.
I need that bell from the beginning of what's that song?
Which one? Hell's Bells or
Yes.
For Whom the Bell Tolls? Which
Oh,
one?
either
They
one.
both start with the solid.
We'll get you like a ship's bell. That'll be fun.
I was gonna say like the bells of Notre Dame.
No, I need a
Too
like
soon.
Too soon.
right. I need a like a gongish type bell, like gong.
Mm.
Okay, are you
Anyway,
done?
yeah, no, that's it. That's all I got. Literally all I got. I get one.
You get out the way.
All right, this other ooze
There, I
moving
got
down
out
the
the way.
tunnel moves forward 15 feet.
5. Wait, yeah, 5, 10, 15.
All right.
Is that its movement speed?
Well, I mean, it's up against people now, so
All right, but
Staring at it.
I don't know things.
Mm.
I'm learning about
It
this monster.
is.
That's about to go bad.
Yeah, it's there's a part of this cylindrical ooze that's going to reach forward and try to flap at whatever is in its path. That's going to be Halberd, is that right?
Yep.
Yes, that is correct.
Wow.
Lauren, is that the mini you were painting the other day?
No,
Oh, okay. Because it looks like it, and I got very
it
concerned.
does look like it, doesn't it? But no, remember, that was not the color I was using on the one I was painting the other day.
Sure. You tell that to the colorblind person. Thanks.
Sorry.
Like pointing out someone's handicaps and just laughing. That's okay.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh, you
Sorry,
got
Jared.
Larry to blush a little
Doing
bit.
Doing a sidestep around it too. Daggum. Love you.
Come on in. I could stay here and just not leave this point, or I could go ahead and actually finish up the combat.
Was that a 21 to hit on Halberd or on Garrett with your comment?
Now that's on Halberd. I think Garrett hit back a little harder than I did.
That hits.
Garrett
Alright.
cast shield.
That is going to be
Psychic damage.
11 points of acid damage.
That's not great.
Just do it. Just do it.
That's poopy bad.
All right, what's going on?
I don't know. Is that the end of their turn?
Damage.
Yeah, that's the end of its turn. That's what it's doing.
All right. I will move up to it. I will go 5, 15, 25, 30. Getting this nice little space. I'm gonna hit it with my not an axe. It's a sword.
It's a sword now.
Hit it
It
with a
is
sword.
a sword. Roll to hit.
The mighty blessed blade of
Whack.
sections.
24.
Hits.
Murder the booger.
12 points of damage.
Nice.
I'm gonna hit it again. 28
Yep.
and 11 points of damage.
Yep. It is still creeping ever so slightly forward. It's taking the hits. You're slicing off bits of gelatin. It's not even noticing it yet.
That's fine. All right, that's it for me.
Doran.
Okay. Well, I've pretty much got no options. I can't move in, and I can't hit it with any. I mean, I could take a pot shot with the crossbow, but that's about it.
Yeah, every little bit
You
helps.
need to reload the crossbow first, I think.
At the end of
I
your
have
turn,
I have my light crossbow still, so
Okay,
I'll
so
probably.
you could do the light crossbow.
And can I take 2 shots with that, or is that
Lauren,
only
at the
one?
end of a person's turn with the crossbow, it counts as a reload.
Does it?
Yeah, it
Okay.
takes all your actions to shoot, but it counts as a reload.
Okay.
Okay. If I use the light crossbow, can I take my 2 attacks with it? Like light crossbow,
If
or
you-
nah?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Okay. Well, this is poopy doo-doo, and I don't like it. So I guess I'll just take a shot with, because I can't even use the lightning attack. All I would do is fry the kitty and the elf man.
I mean,
You-
you
And kiss
could.
sword.
No, you wouldn't. You'd have.
Or is that Quaesitor up there?
You'd have to stand here, and then you couldn't even hit it because it's 20 feet away from
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it's pointless for me to move. If I stand where I was, can I even shoot at it?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd have. I'd say it'd have half cover, with all of your allies obscuring it from you. So you could, yes, but it would have a slight benefit to its armor class.
Melee fighter! Must get close hit thing!
You could try holding your action.
I don't have the strength to yeet the dwarf, so you're on your own there, buddy.
I mean, and I can't yeet myself through all the people. I guess when there's space for me to get in, I'll hold my action to, movement I can't hold, right?
You cannot hold movement.
It's got such a low, they've got such low ACs. You might as well just take the shot.
take the shot.
Yeah, I'll do that. So that way I'm at least doing something. But,
Pew.
you know,
Give me a pew.
this is poopy doo-doo. Hey, natural 20.
Hey! Yeah, that'll
Double
hit.
that D10.
So that's double damage, right? Because natural
Yes.
20. So I'm going to grab
Double the
D10,
dice.
And then
So
I'm going to
roll a
grab
10.
Better than Jay's credit.
and then double that.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
roll a 10. On D10, roll a 10, and then double that.
Well,
beautiful.
tough stuff. I only rolled a 6.
That's okay.
So-
So 12 plus your dexterity.
13.
Okay, 13 points of damage.
Dexterity's 1.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, that's still not bad.
You see
That
the
was-
arrow. You see the arrow.
You-
The crossbow bolt that you shoot into it impacts it. There's just like as it starts sucking it in, and you can see the wood starting to dissolve on the crossbow bolt.
Gross. Thanks for that. Viscerally gross. Sort of damage. I hate it. And I
All
guess
right.
I'll go ahead and step back to where I was, so if someone does want to move, I can get in there possibly.
Well, the kitty's got to move, and that's an issue.
Yeah, but
Top of the order, Halberd.
no.
Bonus action. I want to put it in my charm.
Okay. Okay. That
Oh,
is a
Jonathan, I
wisdom
love you,
save,
buddy.
is that right?
Yep.
Jonathan, I love you, buddy. That's
Oh,
brilliant.
okay. We're using the snitch on this one.
Oh god.
He's gonna Pokeball amok.
Yes.
Yeah, nope. That is gonna be a 7.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He caught himself a Grimer. What will you name your Pokemon?
No, I'm pretty sure he got a muck on this one. I think you were right the
You
first
know what?
time.
You right.
That's the
Oh, that's too funny. Will you name your Pokemon?
What are we gonna do with Nightbane?
I'm writing him right now.
Ride him to freedom.
All right, so you are
Love it.
at this point. There are no more enemies that you can see. The tunnelway ahead seems clear, and we are gonna go ahead and end the session at this point.
Oh. Lauren?
Yes.
Lauren?
No, not. I'll have to look, but I don't think not yet.
Oh, that's bum. That's all right.
Oh.
We'll get there
You
eventually.
like that.
You will. You will. It'll happen. It'll happen in its own time.
Maybe.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see if you survive that long. I mean, really.
Reminder / announcement that we didn't send start. So next week, a couple people aren't gonna be in town
All right.
or available to play. So we will be here. We'll be here next week. And we'll be doing something. Yep, that's so. There will be the keep will be present, and we will be playing something.
But we'll probably not be continuing the Sanctum series for that particular session.
Yep,
We will pick back up the following week once everybody is back.
to finish this.
Or will
Yeah,
we?
we're gonna be. Yep.
Oh, this is gonna be a thing.
Okay. So yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Continuing to explore the Beholder's Lair after
Fighting all
not
the
quite
pokes.
making enemies, but not really making friends either.
No, they don't.
That tracks.
That sounds about right for us.
I mean, that feels on brand.
Yeah.
They're not our friends, or rather, we're not their friends.
It's friends when you have enemies like
So
Why
thank you everybody for joining us for our session today. Thank you for coming along with us on this adventure. We hope to see you back next week for whatever shenanigans we will get into. And again, the week after that, when we come back to the Sanctum series to continue this adventure. I hope everybody continues to stay safe and healthy. If you have to go out, remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, take care of yourself. And the easiest way to do that is to not go out unless you have to. So be safe, be careful. We love y'all and we want everybody to stay very healthy. Have a good week and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.